We are on the site of the castle.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
That's what you do. You buy these players that cost money and make a difference in it. But we never do that.
Never complains, gets up, gets on with a smile on his face.
We just want you to sit in your chair and go hip hip hooray for the Western press and the Western narrative. You dare dictate me the same old every single day without this. If you haven't seen it before, please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Stallone. I hear everyone. Do you know what? I was looking at all the subscriptions and they've gone down again. I just don't understand how they're going down. If you know what I mean, it went down by 10, and I don't think anyone's like unsubscribing 10 of them, if you know what I mean. I think it's absolutely ludicrous, to be honest. But that's the way it is. But anyway, if anyone's out there and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and comment, because you get your comments read up. Oh, it's all football tonight. But what I want to tell you about tomorrow night is I'm doing I think it's very important. I just think it's current affairs, to be honest. And the current affairs is all about what's going on in the world today. You know, if you can tune in tomorrow, I'll be talking about everything. I'll be talking about the Middle East. I'll be talking about this country and what it's got us involved in, by the way. And Ukraine, obviously, and America, but Europe in particular. You know, what are we doing? What's Europe doing? Following the line. Well, it's a wounded lion, isn't it? That's what I call America today, especially after the US general election. But that's me. You know, I'd love you to join me tomorrow night and have your say. Please have your say. But tonight is solely football. And as Leo's goes, he says, Frank, I think it's because YouTube automatically delete non-active accounts. That's just a theory of mine. Oh, do you mean like people who've subscribed and then, you know, don't participate in the actual pod? Is that what you're saying? Or don't even comment? Because I like comments, you see. Is that what you mean, Leo? You know, let me know. Excuse me, but let me know, you know, if you're oh, they are, yeah, the answer right there. See, Leo, right away. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Leo. I don't know, I don't understand it all, to be honest. I really don't. You know, tonight, what I want to do, actually, before we all get going, is I've got I'm useless, you know, honest. You know, the fantasy football, I've actually got the code for the European, you know, the Champions League, the Champions League, right? And there it is. There it is. I wish Jason was here so he could put that up. That's the code. I'll be showing it a couple of times tonight, you know. I will be, and I'll hold it up for a minute or so. So you might be able to take a photograph if you've got a phone, okay, you know, and join it, because this is what you can win. It's the actual programme when we played Spurs in Madrid, Atletico's ground, to win the European Cup. And there's Mo Salah's autograph. There it is, right there. Right there. So if you want to join that fantasy football thing, it's not too late. And you can have this. This is a prize for you. Not a present off me, to be honest. Try to keep me lads happy. And if you join the Premiership, this is a prize you can win. I think this is great, this is great. It's that watch, perpetual motion. It's very heavy as well. It's a heavy watch. It's not a cheap watch. It's worth a few bob. It really is. It's worth quite a sum. And that's for the that's for, just looked at a name there, can't blimey. I've just looked at it. That's if you win the not the Champions League, but the Premiership fantasy. Right, Callum. Southampton 0, Liverpool 2. I hope so. Leo's goals. Leo, it was a quiet day. You know, I always have quiet days. Sitting there, you know, freezing, watching films for tomorrow. So I'm on my own tonight anyway. So I think every comment getting read out by me. Yeah, it was quiet today. Thanks, Leo. I always have a quiet days. I watch some films, you know, for the Saturday morning stream, films on TV review. So I catch quite a number of films, which is not bad actually. But the films I'm getting now, I don't like all these woke films, being honest. I don't like them. You know, all this inclusion, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So I watch films from like 5 to 10 years ago, even beyond that. You know, good, decent films. That's what I watch. And that's what we review. And Leo said, yeah, it was snowing. It was snowing. I can hardly walk on dry ground, never mind snow. Not having this. Biggie Big. I am Biggie Big. Like and subscribe, he says. Thank you, Biggie. Grace, isn't it? And Chris says, even if Franken threw Reds on the chat, at Southampton, I would leave the Latin Americans on the bench. Play 2-5-3, and Kells deserves to keep his place. Can be number one for the next 2 seasons, in my opinion. I don't think anyone would disagree with that, but I think he will play on Saturday. And next week against Real, I think the big man will be back. I really do. The big man, Ali. And Biggie Big says 5-0 to the Reds. Can't be made up of that. And Chris says 2 centre backs, Ebu and VV. Yep, Virgil. Connor Bradley. Curtis Jones. Ryan Gravenberch. Harvey and Robbo, with Tom, Mo and Cozy up front. Do you think he's fit enough? He's been out months, you know, Elliot. Is that what you mean, Harvey Elliot? He's been out months. I don't think he'd be fit enough. And Leo says, oh, I love watching films. Well, have a look at mine. I go out 10:30 BST. I think I'll be about 11:30 over where you are, to be honest, Leo. So just join me. You know, if it's bad day outside, nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. So just to see what you think of the films that come out, that I talk about, actually. And I ask people to watch as well. Some good ones. Some good ones. Jones will score Sunday, says Callum. Do you know what? I like Curtis Jones. I've always liked him. Honestly, I've always liked Curtis Jones. You can see it in him, you know, the lads, you can see it in him. Do you know what I was watching about an hour ago? I was watching when Liverpool beat Manchester United at Old Trafford 5-0. Remember that? Remember that game? Now, when we beat them, 3 players should have been sent off in that game. 3 Man United fans. One was that Fred fella, because Keita went in to head the ball, and he wasn't stooped or anything. He went in, you know, like that. And that Fred kicked him in the head. I think the Man United players, you know, the referee ran over the Man United players. They thought he was going. They really did. And that Fernandez, no, doing all that. And he only got a yellow. Did he get a yellow? Yeah, a yellow. The other player who should have been sent off was Fernandez himself. Because try and have a look at the highlights. You see Curtis Jones, this is in the second half. Curtis Jones gets the ball and he's running down the wing. And Fernandez comes right in, 2-footed, stud showing, and it's the top of his ankle. And he just rolls over. He should have been sent off for that. Gets a yellow, another yellow. But he should have been sent off. And the other fella who should have been sent off was Ronaldo, because he lashed out at Curtis Jones when he took the ball away from him. He just lashed out 3 times, kicking him and saying, oh, he's kicking the ball. And our lads ran over to Robbo went, you know, really chilling, giving him down the banks, and he got a yellow. Pogba got a red, didn't he? For kicking Keita in the head. And that was a low. That was a lot, if you know what I mean. No, he never. For going in, stud showing. But have a look at Fernandez's studs. That was worse than Pogba, and Pogba got sent off. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. And Leo says, I love documentaries. Have you seen Chronicle of a Summer by Jean Rouch and Edgar Morin? Are they 2 French lads? Jean Rouch and Edgar Morin. I haven't, to be honest with you. I highly recommend it. It's a classic, my favourite from 1960. Well, I might have a look at that. I'll get it up on YouTube, or, you know, some of the streams. Definitely have a go at that, Leo. Biggie Big says, Biggie Big. Some of these names. Kelleher, Bradley, Gomez, Virgil, Robertson, Jones, Gravenberg, Sabozzo, Salah, Nunes, Gakpo. I think that'll be the team. So I think that'll be the team. So why no Konate? Tell me. Leo says, Edgar Morin is one of my big inspirations. He's a philosopher and writer, still active today at 103 years old. It's amazing. 103. He's seen some history, you know. I always said, I'm so sorry that I never spoke to my grandmother more. I lived with my grandmother. Mad. Lovely woman. But she used to tell me about things years ago. If you've got a grandparent or a great-grandparent, it'll be better. Listen to what they have to say. They're very wise people. Very wise. Hit the likes, lads. Christmas is coming. Thanks, Chris. Biggie Big says, Ebo and McAllister, one booking away from missing City game. We can rest the two. Yeah, I agree there. I never thought of that. That's a good point, though. We've got to have our best for it. And, you know what? The likes of Gomez, you know, centre back, yeah, why not? Yes. He can stand in for it. Or even Quonset, but it's Quonset. And the favourite books of Sleuth, Big Army. IBR, seeing you today, didn't I? IBR, big up, Franco. No Sean Eno tonight, unfortunately. He's busy doing other things. Leo, I studied film history at university and sports law, so I got to see a lot of classics, yes. I will tune in on Saturday. Thank you, Leo. Be nice. And remind me of that film with Edgar Morin. I'm Figueroa. What's that? You know these gifts, you know. I can't get them. I'm useless. Do you know when you say hello to someone and they put like a little white square? What is that? Can anyone tell me what it means? I haven't a clue. Because I put it like, you know, on these other streams, more political, you know, the truth streams that are going. And you say hello to them and they put that, hello Frank, and put it like a square, a little box of this, a little square. I don't understand. Could be saying get lost or something. I don't know. And I'm thrilled. Hit the likes and subscribe to this great matter. Oh, thank you. Honestly, I know. Thank you, Alfred. Thank you. I've just been saying, did you hear me about what you can win? I'll put it up again. I'll put this. I know. This is for the fantasy. This is for the Champions League. And there's the thing, you know, whatever it's called, right? And you see that? If you can take like a quick photo, I'll put us up for a couple of minutes, a little bit later, and I'll give you time to write it down. Okay. What does me mean? Jamie, have you got a link? You can get on with me, you know. I'm only on my own, and everyone's shouting at me. You've got Jamie. I've asked Jason to send you a link out all the time, you know. So as Anfield says, hit the likes and subscribe. Ian Mike. Good evening, Frank and the Liverpool brethren. The Reds are back in town. Yes. Darryl, sorry, Frank, it's me. But behave yourself. Believe it. Anyway, the IBR says Shanino was giving his dogs a manicure and back. I'm going to back myself. The Anfield question for the great Frankie: do you think we should keep staying strong and not change a thing in our lineup? This isn't the League Cup, mate. As someone said, do you know what? I mean, my brain's going, my memory and everything is that there's McAllister and Ibu just one booking away to miss the City game, and we can't afford that. We really can't afford any of those two to miss the game. And they're saying, put Joe Gomez in centre back. So I really think that we can. Yeah, look. Just let me go back a minute, please, lads. Just let me go back. Where is it? Where did he say? Yeah. And it's Darryl. He says Ibu and McAllister one booking away from missing the City game. We can't rest them. Yes, rest them too. And the likes of Joe Gomez, I think he'd be okay. I really do. It's like what Chris says there. Ibu and Virgil, Connor, Curtis, Ryan. I just don't fancy Harvey Elliott coming in. I really don't. He's not fit enough. He really isn't, Chris. He's not fit enough, mate. That's in my opinion. He's not fit enough. He's been out months as well. So, to getting back to your question, Anfield, do you think we should always stay strong? I want a full team next week against Real. I want our best 11 up there. That's who I want. I think we could, if Ibu is not playing and McAllister, I think with a couple of, the likes of Joe Gomez coming in, we can still beat these lot. Southampton, I think so anyway. And Darwin the GOAT. Do you believe Darwin will end up a Liverpool legend? He's got to start sorting himself out. He really has. To be honest, to some, he's a Liverpool legend now. I've seen them. How can I put this? He's only got to do that with the back of his head, and they're all going Nunes. So, but he's got to start it in the back of the net. He really has. Look, I like him myself. Chris Dick says, Anfield Road, in my opinion, because of the international games, I would bench the Latin Americans. Our squad should still provide a starting level capable of winning at Southampton. What you're saying there, to be honest, is that with the South Americans they're coming back from. South America, aren't they? Which is a long, tiring journey. And this is what you've got with these stupid internationals. The false nine says, did you hear what Verge said about Sloot? No, I didn't. And he carries on, but this is the quote. With the new trainer, Arnie Sloot, slightly different things are being asked, not just from me, but also from other players. I have a very prominent role in that, and I like that. Well, that's good. He's our captain, and we have to embrace our captain. We really do. And Sloot has provided a breath of fresh air. He picks it up on his way, in his own way, and where I can help him, I do. The coach has inherited a very good team. We have to remember that last season. Yes, everyone's saying it. It's about what we did in the summer, absolutely nothing. And I've said all along that when we brought in Chiesa, I said it was an appeasement. It was an appeasement to say, well, because the fans were saying, hang on a minute, everyone's buying and we're standing still. We were saying it. Everyone was saying it. So Chiesa, yeah, okay, let's get him in for, buttons, more or less. But I said at the time that he was injury prone. And he has been. His knees have gone. They could last like 4 or 5 games, but then he gets injured and he's out for a while. And this is a very physical league, the Premiership. Very physical. You see them getting stuck in and whatever. So, we were fighting with Arsenal and Manchester City for the league title until 5 games before the end. Sloot is a very good manager. And that's, I think that's what he's, Cody False was saying there, is that it's what Virgil's saying about the Sloot man. Ian Mack needs to bounce back to Premier League action with a win. Everyone will be open. Everyone's been open since the beginning of the season. To be honest, Ian. Everybody, again, for years, they love Liverpool to get beat every bloody game. Every game. Anyway, he says, everyone will be open. We slip up now around the country. We need to put our foot down now and smash the Saints. Absolutely. Wouldn't it be great to smash them? To smash Real Madrid and Manchester City? Would it be great? Would that be wonderful? Then we can say that's what we're about. That's what we are about. We are Liverpool. And then go into, after Christmas, go into the transfer window and buy at least 2 top players. I'd love that in Cappy. I think he's brilliant in. I've said all along, I've said for a couple of seasons that I've been watching. He's brilliant. And when I seen him at Anfield, he had Mo in his pocket. But he always says, he wasn't around him when Mo had the 2 assists, if you know what I mean. To beat Leverkusen. So, I'd love it, but I tell you, I'm going to say it, I'd love Zubamendi. He's class, eh? He's a class player. I'd love him. So, you know, this is what we are. This is what we are. If we get them to, you know, it's only to freshen up. Chiesa's on his way. Chiesa's, he's gone. Now, I'd have loved Federico, you know. Federico loves Liverpool, you know. He loves the crowd. He can't get over the crowd. And that's before he even signed for Liverpool. Because, you know, they all like football and he watched Liverpool. One of his better games with the crowds, especially, he said, was the Barca game. Remember? The 4-0. He said the crowd. Mamma mia. Sweet up. Fagan doesn't get talked about enough. Won a treble. Edwards, you're right. He doesn't. And that's the sad indictment about, you know, I mention him. Look. Can you see him there? Where is he? There's Joe there, look. Scratching his head there. See? There's Joe. Kenny. And this fella here. Look at him. Who's that? Who's that little fella there? That's the, could you imagine them six playing? Can anybody tell me who that is? Hey. But you're right, it is when it's treble. And I think what you mean as well about the media, they don't mention them. Because you remember when Man United won the treble, and they were, first time treble. No. Joe Fagan won the first time. Joe Fagan. I met him in Asda car park once. He was putting his gear in his car, you know, shopping. And I was doing the same. And he looked over. All right, Joe. And he went, all right, lads, how are you? I said, okay. I said, thanks for the European Cup. He said, anytime. But this is after he retired, you know. And John Mack. Joe Fagan, what a great man, absolutely. And IBR says, Elliot needs a cameo of 20 minutes in the League Cup first. You're right there, you're spot on, IBR. And the Anfield Road, Joe Fagan, very understandable manager. A real underappreciated part of our club's history. There he is with me, mate. There he is. I agree, Frankie. Harvey is not fit for a full Premier League. You're right. You know, he isn't. He's been out months. But, you know, yeah, put him in the League Cup. Whatever it's called, Carabao Cup. Put him in there. Throw him in. Let him get fit in those games. Because I like Harvey Elliott. I like him. He'd run through a brick wall for us. He's so dedicated. And when he was, I've always said last season, coming off the bench, he was great. He's the only player to come off the bench that would do something. I'm going to have a slurp of this drink if you don't mind. I can't get the bloody top up. I got that the other day and I thought, oh, I can't drink fizzy drinks, and that's fizzy. Chris says, I'm sure Arnold Slot will talk about Harvey tomorrow, but LFC News talked about Harvey being ready this week. He's not ready. How can they say that he's ready? He's been out for months. You've only got to look at Gravenberch when he first came. Gravenberch hadn't played at all pre-season or whatever, and he was hopeless. He was running into fitness. And this season, revelation. Anyway, he says this maybe not to start, but if he has had 2 weeks training, as it seems, maybe. Don't know, I think more than training. You've got to have competitive football rather than training, you know. You really are. He's been out a long time as a young Harvey. The Cody says, can you rank these three? Vieira, Roy Keane, Rodri. Three of them were great. I remember Liverpool going after before Man United went after him. Roy Keane from Nottingham Forest. I always remember that. And I said then, I'd love him. I'd like him. He would have been great for us. But we had Souness, if you know what I mean. We got Souness, who's far better than Keane. Roy Keane, far better. And hard. Very hard. Rodri, a great player. Vieira, class player. Really was. Vieira. But, you know, so was Roy Keane. I'm not getting, but he was dirty. Yeah. If there was one modern day footballer who was dirty, it was him. Roy Keane. And do you know what? I'll tell you who else is dirty. Another Man United player. Who do you think it is? Let me know in today's Man United side. Who's dirty? Cody says 3-1 to us at the best to worst. Yeah. Go along with that. It was obvious with the squad a year older than last year's title challenge with Mo, Robbo, Virgil, Trent, Macca, and even Dom, captain our Hungary squad, as senior players. Best teams don't need coaching. If we buy a midfielder, can we win the league? Says Edward. Yeah, we can. We can. We can win the league. But listen, how can I say this? How can I say this? Listen, we need 2 players. We need at least 2 players coming in. We do. This side, no matter how good it is, how great we are, where we are, we need fresh blood. We need to rotate with quality. I still say we need a DM. And people will argue and say, oh, well, we've got Gravenberch. Gravenberch can have a slump in form, like players do. He could get injured. Never thought about that. But we need a DM that can play centre-back as well. Or any of the, number 10, number 8. That's why I'd love that Zubamendi. But it's not up to us, not up to you and I. Who's it up to? Let me know who it's up to. Arnold Slaughter's done okay, but not my choice, but fair dues. However, I don't favour the slow build-up. It's worked so far in most games, but if he does it against Man City, it may. The initiative and the punch. Can't understand that. The City, it may hazard them. Do you mean hazard them? The initiative, whatever. But he understands what you're saying, yeah. Oh, yeah, where have you been, Jay? Even if Frank evening go. I haven't seen you for, oh, yeah, there's another lad I haven't seen for a while. The Foes. Fozzie's World. How you, Fozzie? Hello, all. I hope all is well. Come back. It's a shame you're not on. You could have come on. Kept me company. Look at him. Look at the Anfield Road there. Sending him drinks. Haven't had one off him. Chris says, Edward, Joe Fagan, also the only Scouse LFC team manager, head coach who wasn't a fill-in like Ronnie Moran or Tomo. Absolutely. You're right, yeah. You're right. You're right. Fion's let him run to Foz. The Anfield. Frankie, I was thinking about this the other day, that the great Klopp built our academy up to move alongside Man City's, which is now doing. But he never built it to be the sole provider of players. Absolutely. Every player coming, they're not all going to be Steven Gerrards, or if you know what I mean. It doesn't happen like that. You get the odds, the odds one or two coming through and going, whoa, look at this fella. Absolutely. I like that young dance to me. Dance to me. They're not all going to be the Trents or the Stevie G's, but you can see the talent in these lads. Good show, that, by the way. Anfield, very good show. Yeah, rather than our owners buying players. This is who we've got to. It's all right us saying, like me, I said about Zubimendi and Nkapi. I'm all right, I can say that. I can say that until I'm green in the face. But it's not up to me. It's not up to you, unfortunately. Who's it up to? The owners. Listen, the owners didn't dare buy in the summer. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Losing connection, mobile from Dublin, so wish you all a good night. And the team, 3 points Saturday, whoever gets selected. To our travelling cop on the telly. Good night, all. Good night, Chris. Thanks for your comments. While Arsenal signed Vieira, why are you bringing that up? That's Sally Diao. We signed the other fella as well, didn't we? Doof. At the same time. Remember that? Doof. Salif Diao. Did you see him a couple of years ago playing for the Legends? Mickey Button says the Anfield Road dirty. Casemiro dirty. And Jay, That's who I think it is, Jay. Fernando. He's horrible. As I said before, I was watching only an hour ago or so, and the 5-0 game at Old Trafford. 3 players I said should have gone off. He was one of them. The way he got Curtis Jones. He went in, stood showing, and hit him, fouled him, just above the ankle. Studs. The linesman was standing there, and he should have been sent off. And this is all before Pogba, you know. And Ronaldo should have been sent off for lashing out and kicking 3 times. Curtis Jones. Again, Curtis Jones. And little Fred for kicking Kaiser in the head. Think about that. Don't know about anyone else, but if I bought Victor Gyokeres, why have they? Why can't he be like Victor Jones or Victor Smith? Gyokeres to play in our front line, we would win a lot. That's a shout. That's a shout. That's a good shout, actually. Really is. Cozy says the performance of Conor Bradley have reassured FSG they do not require a replacement for Trent. James Pearce, Echo, May 2025. There you go. Can you read between the lines there, by the way? Darwin the GOAT, Conor Bradley 4 assists, and Reece James 2 games, 1 in 23-24. Well, Conor Bradley 4 assists in 23-24. Reece James 2 games, 1 in 23-24. Says it all. Says it all. The Reds are 5 points clear, and that handsome bastard with the great beard, who also happens to be the best goalkeeper in the world, is back. Says the Liverpool videos. Harvey Elliott making an appearance as well. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. I think against Southampton, Kelleher will be in. He'll keep his place. And Ali will be back for the Real Madrid game. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. When did you send that? Send me a link, Frank, and I'll be on. Do you know what? Honestly, what I'll do, I'll show this again. If you want me fantasy, just give me a minute, Fozzie. Let's see. If you want to join the fantasy, I'm going to hold it up. Right? It's ROGQW2. That's the code. R, capital R, small O, big G, small Q, small W2. I'll put it up again. All right. I'm just going to get hold of Jason. I just wish he'd like football, you know, because I'd love, do you know, if I'm talking about Trent, if I'm talking about Virgil, and Mo about their contracts. I'd like it to go up on the screen, but he doesn't like football. He just leaves me to it. See how I just said. Are you sure, Fozzie, are you sure the link's not there for you, mate? Let me just say. I'm sorry about that, Sam. If he gets this bloody message. You see, if I text along there kills me. Where am I? Here kills me. And there kills me. I've got this thing and it's horrible, believe me. It really is. It doesn't have to be. You never walk alone. I love seeing Curtis Jones doing well. Same here. The amount of knobheads on here who gave him hell for years, saying he's only at Liverpool because he's a Scouser. Smoke it. World-class footballer. I've argued with that, with lads saying that. Just because he's a Scouser. It's not on here, though, you never walk alone. None of these lads have said it, believe me. It'll be on other posts, on the pods. Chris says, James Pearce, Fenway's clone, and with that, wish you a good night. Good night, Frank, and the two Reds. Thank you, Chris. Okay, he's going to send you a link. He's going to send you the link, Fozzie. Are you there? He's still there, Fozzie. He's going to send you the link. But he's using my computer for a couple of minutes. But he's going to send you the link. I hope I'm still on here because I've got all the monitors, you see. I don't know whether I'm going to go off for 2 minutes. I don't know. Thanks, Fozzie. I just seen your message there. Could you rank your top 5 LFC players ever? Yeah. Players. Now I'm gonna rank a goalkeeper. I'm not in the top 5 players, if you know what I mean. The greatest player for goalkeeper for me used to be Clements for years. I hope you can hear me. Because it's all good thing. The greatest goalkeeper for me for years was Clements until I seen this fella, Allison. And he was incredible. Clements. If you can hear me, this won't last long. It's just while he sends it a link to Fozzie. Hope he's there. And Jamie Phillips, if you've got it, Jamie Phillips. Sent it now. I'm back. Hello. Well, he sent a link anyway to the Foz, so he'll be with me in a moment. Yeah, so I'd say My top 5, Steven Gerrard, Luis Suarez, Kenny Dalglish. Can I come back? Can I come back and name the others? Virgil van Dijk's got to be one. He's the great. I'm bringing in the Foz. Gonna give him that question.
Hello. It's been a while, Mr. Frank. I hope all is well.
How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just come back from work. But I'm good. Good to see you, mate.
And you, it's great, honestly. You never walk alone, family said. Could you rank your top 5 LFC players ever? I'm going to put that over to you as well.
Wow.
It's a horrible question, isn't it? But
yeah, we've got too many. Yeah, we've got too many. I watched back. I watched Liverpool back as well, Frank, as well as now, and
Yeah, of course.
Clements, it's got to be up there, man. That guy's won a lot. He's won a lot as a goalkeeper. Obviously, we had Brucey after that, and the disaster after that until Alisson came back. Alisson became our goalkeeper. But yeah, Clements for me is a goalkeeper. He's always got to be the goalkeeper. We could talk about Alisson when he retires. Let's just put it that way, Frank.
Well, what I said there, Fozzie, outfield players. I said I'll name 5 outfield players, but my best goalkeeper, I did say this. I said the finest goalkeeper for years I watched, and over the years, was Ray Clements.
Yeah.
Until Alisson came along.
Yeah.
Alisson to me is the best goalkeeper we've ever had. Number 1 in the world. So that's how I put it over. I picked Steven Gerrard, Luis Suarez. You can't like.
With Luis Suarez, even Kenny said it, didn't he, Frank? He said like if he stayed longer, he could have been the greatest Liverpool player of all time. I mean, that's how highly Kenny rated him as well.
Yeah.
So, but he let himself down, not staying along. Like it's long for a long time. That's the problem with him.
Fozzie, please listen to me, please. I got on good authority.
Yeah.
Honestly, good authority. When you're seeing him crying down at Crystal Palace, when we were 3-0 up.
Yeah.
And he was crying. Stevie went over to come up. And he went to see the Northern Irishman. I don't name him. I don't like naming his name. And he went to, and this is fact. This is from a horse's mouth. He pleaded with him to play for Liverpool the following season because he was told that he was going. He pleaded, please let me play for Liverpool in the Champions League. And he was refused.
Wow.
So, it's just one of those things that happens. But nevertheless, take that as fact. Take that as
I trust you.
Honestly, take it as fact. It's like you never walk says Rush, Stevie, King Kenny have to be there. Yeah, Ian Rush, he scores 1 million goals. 1 million goals. Where did you bring Souness in?
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Just an unbelievable play. Terry McDermott scored the best club goal I've ever seen. And he comes second in the list of the top 5 goals I've ever seen in club football. And, it's not just for Liverpool. He scored unbelievable goals. Great assists, really count assists today. And, God, Brian, he would have been well up there. Was it? Do you leave him out? Do you put him in? It's so hard.
Ray Kennedy. I mean.
Oh, there you go. See our little name, then all of a sudden it comes to you when you mention it.
Billy Little. I mean, so.
Phil Neal.
Phil Neal, the most dedicated player. Yeah.
Than anybody.
What a gentleman Phil Neal is as well. I met him when I was a kid, Frank. Phil Neal. He gave me a trophy. Like we won a tournament in a football tournament, and he gave me a trophy. Gentleman, man. Very nice guy. Very nice guy.
Jason's just sent a message and he said, tell Fozzie that a link will always be there for any future streams.
Oh,
So
thank you.
You just
Frank, you know what it is with me, Frank? Like, I don't ignore people or anything like that. I just don't have the time. In the summer, I was okay. I was coming on your show a lot. I was coming on a lot of shows, actually. But after that, when I go back to work, it's more or less impossible to even go in my own streams, let alone other people's streams. You know what I mean? So it's not being rude or anything like that. I've got no problem with anyone. I like you all. Everybody's the same to me, man.
You're not one of them winter fellas, are you? You go to shops and play Father Christmas.
You know what it is, Frank? Like, I work like 12 hours a day, days and nights. So I don't have a lot of rest in between. Whatever time I have, I try to give it to my channel. That's all I could do, really. But yeah, I apologize for not coming on anyway.
No, don't apologise. No, the link's always there anyway. You know, if you're getting home and, you know, you fancy, oh yeah, let's go on here.
No, I like it here, Frank. I always like it here. Yeah.
Well, you never walk alone. Family says, can we include? Of course, you've got to include tonight. Did I mention?
Oh, forgot about Salah. Oh man,
no one.
That's mad. And you forget about even John Barnes. You know what I mean? Look at how good
John
that
Barnes. John Barnes. It's so hard for us, you know.
Stevie Highway. I mean,
Stevie Highway. Oh.
Madness.
Right, the Anfield Road says it's a slower build-up, Chris Tix, but it's necessary, Jürgen, because what Chris was saying about the slow build-up, Jürgen, a great manager, was turning us into an out-and-out attacking side, which was becoming like a waves against rocks as our attacks would be ended. That's a cracking analogy there. That's a good analogy.
Yeah, it is.
Fantastic. It's good at the Anfield. They're all good here. And IBR, Guy Harris is going to be Man United and possibly Diamendi.
Good players.
And the Anfield Road top five is Virgil, Phil Neal. I mentioned Phil, didn't I? You know.
Yeah, he did.
Souness, King Kenny, Steven Gerrard. And he carries on by saying, Guy Harris, I hope, doesn't join that lot. And he says hello to you. Fozzie's World. Hello, brother. Great to see you. See?
Big up Anfield Road, man.
Listen, boys. Listen on the chat. Has anybody seen Red Dew? Have you heard from him or anything, you know? Because he had a health scare last month, you know, and he was on again and he told us about it, but we haven't heard from him for a couple of weeks now. And it's unusual, very unusual, because he comes on every pod.
Yeah, I know Scottish Bear had a health scare as well.
I know the Scottish Bear.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's tough times, mate, for a lot of us. Hope everything's well for them.
Yes, let's just hope that something comes up. Yeah, look at that. The Anfield Road. Fozzie's Wales, a real gentleman, top fella.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I don't know what he's after there, Fozzie, you know what I mean? No, he's very kind to everyone. Honestly, is the Anfield. They all are lads. They
Lovely
all
people, man.
Absolutely. So listen, you know what was mentioned as well. I don't know whether you heard it, Fozzie, about it was Darryl actually who said that Ibu and McAllister is one booking away from missing the Manchester City game, would you play them? You know, because some of the lads aren't like that. You know, we've got to play our full team, play our first 11. Would you rest them two just in case, you know, they could, like, Ibu could get booked, you know, that, and even McAllister, he gets booked for nothing, eh?
He gets booked for nothing, yeah, it's true.
Exactly. So what do you think? Do you think that they should be rested just for that game against Southampton? Because we've got a couple of replacements there that are quite capable of, you know, doing the job to defeat Southampton. What's your take?
Listen, I didn't know about that. That's the first I've heard of it. I've been away from football for a bit. With Ibu, listen, I won't play him against Southampton if it's that. I mean, because the Man City game is important. As we know, people, like, you know, that game can be the decider as well. We could, like, be away from Man City 8 points. It depends on the Tottenham game. They drop points, so it could be even further. So yeah, I'll rest Ibu. I'll play Gomez. Gomez didn't do anything wrong when he came on. Was it the previous game when I think one of the centre backs went off? He came on and Gomez done nothing wrong. So give Gomez a go, innit? It's Southampton away. It's going to be difficult. I know that, but I'm willing to take that risk, Frank. As long as, like, listen, Ibu plays against City. A strong team with Ibu and Van Dijk at the back, and with Alisson coming back as well. You know, that's the spine of your team. That can be anyone in the Premier League. So you need the strongest team against Man City. Yeah, if you want the points on the board and you want to get away from the likes of Man City, them two have to play, guys. I'm sorry to say that. I know, like, everybody wants us, you know, to get the best team out there every game, but you know, these referees, they give yellow cards for no reason, like Frank said. As for McAllister, I'm not too sure about McAllister because he hasn't been playing well anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm willing to take the risk with McAllister anyway. But we've got enough. We've got Jones that can play there, and you've got, you know, Soboslai, who's playing all right for Hungary in the international football. So he might be coming of age. Hopefully he'll start performing in a higher level. So yeah, but with them two, Ibu is the one I'll rest. I need him for that Man City game, Frank, no matter what. And chat.
Yeah, definitely, because Man City is the biggie.
Yeah.
You know, Southampton, not against Southampton. I'm not saying that they're a walkover or anything, especially down there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that at all. But if Ibu is left out, we have got a replacement, Joe Gomez. He's one of the best versatile players in the Premiership. And I think he could play alongside the big Veg.
Yes.
And do it very well, actually. As you said, the midfield. As you said, you know, for McAllister. Yeah, I think our midfield will be sorted without McAllister, to be honest, to do the job.
Yeah.
To do the job. But we've got to have our finest 11, no matter who they are, against
Exactly.
Real and against City. I think next week, Frankie, there may be open them tickets, lads, for the Madrid revenge game. I'd love that, you know, please. I'd love that, Anfield. Just let me know, but will you let me know within? It'll be fantastic. I'll just say that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
100%.
You know what I said before, you know, and there's a lad named Leo's Goals, and I said, honestly, I looked at me, you know, my subscribers yesterday, and I went, they've gone down by 10, and he explains what it is.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it went down by 10, and what it was is that, you know, what Leo's Goals said was that YouTube, you know, they look at people who subscribed, and if they haven't, like, been coming on or, you know, participate, whatever it is, you take them off.
Wow.
So, and even like other streams I follow, not football, not particularly football, but these wonderful, you know, news things, put it that way, news channels I follow, they say the same. One fella, some American, he had 5,000 taken off him. 5,000.
Wow.
You know, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it happens. I've been here, Frank, since 2019, and the same things happened to me as well. Right, subscribers
Really?
taken away. Yeah, subscribers taken away. Recently, I got about 300 subscribers. I don't know even how. I don't even know what I've done, Frank. It just went up. Like I was like 300, 700, so 1,700. Now I'm up to like 2,000. I don't even know how it happened. They're either holding stuff back or something is wrong with YouTube. I don't know what it is. It's strange. I couldn't believe it. 300 straight away, Frank.
Can you lend us a couple?
You could take whatever you want, Frank. You could take it for free, man. It doesn't matter. But it's crazy though. Like, you know what I mean? YouTube is a strange place to be, Frank. You have to be, in order for you to survive, I've noticed you have to be controversial. You know, you have to be negative and all that stuff. And they take that on board because it sells, innit? It's like you're acting. That's what they like. And we're not that type of people. We're honest people. And I don't think they like that stuff. I don't know what it is, Frank. I really don't understand.
Yeah, well,
you should be on like these 3,000-4,000 right now since I've known you. To be fair,
but I am controversial, to be honest, because I have other, you know, not just football, but I have a history show which is, you know, gentle, put it that way. But I have what you call a current affairs one, which I'm very controversial over. And it's just, listen, Anfield Ross says he's answering IBR Stella there. In January would be nice with a midfield and we actually spend some money. Now then, I'm going to ask you this. In January, Foz, don't forget where we are.
Yeah.
Do you think that we should bring in at least 2 new players?
Oh, 100%, Frank. I still need that DM at the back, so you know, in front of the defense, and I need a centre back. We still haven't replaced the likes of Matip at the back, if you know what I mean. You know, like moments like this, like you said at the beginning, like with Konate, we don't need to worry, do we? So we'll have a suitable replacement all the time if we had a more than capable centre back, and that's what we don't have. You know what I mean? You don't go into the season without signing any players, Frank. Let's just be honest. And that's what we've done. Forget about the Chiesa signing because he hasn't kicked the ball. I mean, he's never anything. Why has he contributed? Nothing. So we can't really speak about him. But yeah, we do need signings, Frank. If we're serious about the title and we want to win the title, you've got to make signings. You know what I mean? And this will, to me, this will prove to a lot of people, like we was discussing before, Frank, in regards to the ownership, that they don't care about winning our points, because if they don't sign, then we're proven right. If you know what I mean. So yeah, but yeah, we definitely need signings, Frank. Injuries are not too far away, mate. They're not too far away. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, no, it's so right. You're 110% right, because I said about Chiesa, I said that he was an appeasement signing, because everybody was moaning in the summer that we hadn't signed anybody.
Yeah.
Then on the penultimate day, we brings in Federico Chiesa. I said at the time, honestly, Fozzie, I said at the time, he's an injury-prone player.
Yeah.
We don't need him. He's not going to do anything.
Spot
And
on.
I've been proved right.
Yeah.
I've been proved absolutely 100% right. And people say, no, you know, he's a great player. Yeah, so was Pele. He has to retire once, you know what I mean? Oh, blimey, it's just one of those things, in my opinion, that, you know, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Can I just mention this? The Anfield Road says, I haven't heard anything. This is about Reggie. I'm waiting for Daz Reynolds to come on to see if he's here from her. Thanks, Anfield. Thank you. I wish, do you know what? I wish I had numbers. I just wish I had numbers. The Anfield, I will email you details, lads. Okay, I won't say on here over the weekend. Thanks, Anfield. Thank you so much, my good man. Thank you. Benny 65. You can't go second guessing what will happen. Underestimating teams has cost us in the past. Play strongest teams, and if they are booked, deal with it. The Saints are capable of getting the result. That's a very good point, Benny. You're so right. But, you know, we are quite capable of bringing in the likes of Joe Gomez and Ebo. Because Ebo, you know, he's one of the types of players that easily gets booked. And we want him for there. We do need Ebo right there, Canate, right there alongside Virgil against Real and also against Man City. We really need him there. And Joe Gomez, you know, he'll fill in. He'll fill in. Have you noticed that, you know, I didn't mention Kwanzaa? Because, you know, Arnie has fell out with him for some reason. He won't trust him.
Yeah, he played in obviously the first game of the season. He made a couple of errors and he took him off at halftime. And there was a game in the League Cup. I think he scored an own goal or something, and he kept on dilly-dallying with the ball. I think it's the Brighton away, and he lost the ball. I think next to his goal, and they scored from it. I mean, it's just the kid's confident. It's not confidence ain't all there, Frank. So. Give him time, he will come through. But as you said about Joe Gomez, what people forget about Joe Gomez is the defender that won us the title with Van Dijk that season. So it was them two that won us the title. It wasn't Matip and and Van Dijk. It was Joe Gomez and Van Dijk that won us the title. So listen, Frank, I know what he's saying about his statement, Benny. I understand what he's saying, but what he needs to understand is we didn't put ourselves in this situation. You know what I mean? We could have done better if we signed some players. So this is how we're going to have to go. We got no choice. We could have had choices. We could have had more players, but we didn't go down that route. We went to a different route, which is like, you know, we have to rest our players somehow to, you know, avoid, you know, certain suspensions and all that stuff. So if we have to do this against Southampton, we have to do it. We've got no choice.
Well, you know, it was a good thing by Benny, you know, a good comment. And we have to deal with it. But as you said, and a lot of other people have said it, really, a lot of other people, Fozzie and Benny, is that if we would have bought in the summer, we should have bought in the summer. We couldn't rely on the squads, you know, players, the great players.
Exactly.
That Big Jürgen left us. You know, that's great, but we could have had, you know, other players in. And as I said about Chiesa, they must have known, you know, something. So they brought him in as an appeasement.
Yeah.
So it's vital. It's vital that we do bring in 2 players at least. And I say a number 6. A number 6. You know, players lose form. You know, people haven't thought of that. And the likes of Gravenberg, you know, he's just changed around from last season. Unbelievable. But he could lose form. He could get injured. That's why we need it. Here's who I said to bring in, whether we will or not, I don't know, because it's up to the owners, as you said, is Nkapi. I think Nkapi is a he's a great left back. Not only is he a great left back, but he can also play left side as a centre back. He's that good of a player. He's brilliant. And Zubamendi. Zubamendi, he should have been playing for us now. Only, you know, their president said, listen, just give us the money you can have. And I don't want any installments because we were negotiating installments as if we couldn't pay the money.
That's bad, that. For a club like Liverpool Football Club, we should not be negotiating installments.
No.
And we should have been past that stage. I mean, we haven't signed players in a regular for a few seasons now, Frank. I mean, the season before that, we was about to sign Carlyle. Where's that money? You know what I mean? So I don't understand where people are coming from, like, you know, paying installments. I thought we had money ready already. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, Frank. You know, I feel sorry for our fan base. I feel sorry for the manager as well, Frank, because we could have been better. We could have done better, Frank. We could have done better.
Well, we'll just have to see what happens in January. You know, see, people will think that we're negative. We're not negative. we're looking for the best for our club, the best for the club that we support, the best for the players that are already there, to refresh them, to give them new blood, because we still don't know, Fozzie, about these contracts.
Yeah, we don't.
We're still up in the air about them. Virgil, you mentioned about the spine of the team. The spine of the team, besides Ali, is Virgil, is Trent, and Mo. They're the spine, and it's just gone on. It's pathetic, actually.
It's beyond belief.
The way it's left to fester. What's your take on that? Because we haven't spoken to you.
I've got to be real with this, Frank. Yeah, I'll tell you guys a little story if you want to hear it. In regards to the contracts, we should not be in this situation in the first place. We either should have signed them up last season or the season before that. And the other bit I want to talk about is these guys are legends in this football club. They've been consistent. They never, come to our football club, say, I want to go to Barcelona, Real Madrid, or anything like that. They've always stayed at this football club and fought for us and made sure we're at the top, every season that they've been here as well. I mean, they don't deserve this, Frank. And then I look at, Van Dijk and obviously Salah. They got their own contractual issues because of their age. They don't want to give them too much, which is understandable. But it's still, they're still playing at a high level. That's them two playing at a high level. And the one I want to look at is Trent, Frank. You look at Trent. He's 26 years old. How can you sell him a project 3 years' time or something like that at that age when he wants to win here right now? You know what I mean? And not only that, what he's looking at is the treatment of the other two. Do you get what I'm saying, Frank? So if you look at the way they're treating the likes of Van Dijk and Salah, when Trent gets that age, what do you think he's going to start? Like right now, what do you think he's thinking? When I'm at that age, if they're treating those legends the way they're treating them then, right now, what they're doing to them, how are they going to treat me? You get what I'm saying, Frank? So he's going to look into things like that. This is why the Real Madrid thing is not going away, because there's a lot of people in his ear telling him, when you're at, the Van Dijk age and Salah's age, imagine they're going to treat you the same as that. You know what I mean? He's going to, there's a lot of things that's going through his head at the same time. But like I said, Frank, get the signings done. We don't want to go into January and those players going to sign, to talk to other teams. We don't want to go through that, Frank. Because if they do, there's going to be a lot of disruptions in the team, and when there's a lot of disruptions and issues in the team around that time, it will affect the whole team. If you know what I mean, Frank. So the performances will probably drop, and then we're going to probably go down that league again like we did last season and not compete. You know what I mean? That's the last thing. That's what I'm trying to say, Frank. We don't want to go through things like that. We don't want to go through bad situations. Why is it every single January we're always in a bad place? Last season, look what happened. Klopp announced he's leaving in January. You know what I mean? When he shouldn't. He should have waited until the end of the season. Now we've got contractual issues. These players can speak to any clubs they want after, when January starts as well. So, just sort this out now. Get it over and done with. We don't need to be in this situation. At least when we go into January, we could always go for players that we could sign if we sign them up right now. And then we could focus on the league, try to win the league, win the 20. You know what I mean? And then, we could do something after that over the summer. But Frank, like I said, we're wasting too much time, and the time is becoming precious for us as well, man. At the same time, man, because like I said about Trent, he's watching all this stuff about the older players happening to them, and it's not right, mate. It's not right to watch that. I
think that's a brilliant comment what you've made, because I never give that a second thought. I'm being honest about, when he's 29 or whatever. And he's been saying, I think, to be honest, my opinion, I think we'll have new owners anyway.
Oh, okay.
By the time he's 29. I really do. Ali Danus says, good evening. That's our Romanian friend. Hi, Ali, I hope you're well. I hope it's not snowing where you are. And I hope you're having exotic weather, because it's freezing here. And the Anfield question for the panel. Realistically, what do you think we should win trophy-wise this season? I want us to get the title over everything. Fine, have a go at the Champions League, but it isn't my priority. What is your take on, what the Anfield says there?
I'll take both, Frank, if we can. To be fair, mate. Obviously, the Premier League is the most important thing for me. I want to write off Man United forever, innit? So, the Premier League is number one, obviously. But we're the best team in Europe right now. So why not go for both? I mean,
Yeah.
we're head and shoulders above everybody, Europe and in the domestic league. So let's go for it.
Absolutely. And the Premier League. I always go on Shankly's philosophy when he said, "This is our bread and butter."
Yeah.
And I always remember when Bob Paisley was sitting there with the European Cup, and this is less than 48 hours after we won it, and he's sitting there in his office, the European Cup next to him, and the reporter, just a local reporter, said, "Well, Bob, you got the European Cup," and he said, "That's history." He said, "I'm concentrating now on next season." That's what he said. And this is our philosophy, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's just like what the Anfield Roar said. What's your priority? As you said, I'd love us to win the Champions League. I'd love us to. I love the Champions League. It's because I've seen them win it and lose it as well. You see?
Especially, Frank, when you're at the top, take it while you're at the top, because nothing ever lasts, as you know, Frank. Things just come and go, don't they? So take it while you're there, man. Every team is not playing well. Let's just be realistic. Man City is not playing well. This is the worst Man City I've seen in years. But look at Real Madrid, champions of Europe, champions of their country. Look at them now. All the egos have set in finally in that team, and they're not playing as they should. So we're the only stable club left. We're the only stable club left. So let's go for it, man. Just make those signings in January. Push us further. That's it.
Well, that's what I said about next week. After the Southampton game, and we're playing Real Madrid. I want this revenge.
I want it so bad.
I love Shakespeare, and Shakespeare said, "Never ever talk about revenge to me." And he actually said that, in a thing. It was in a play. Don't talk about revenge to me. It's not nice. I don't like revenge, but I want revenge against them. You see what I mean? It's just one of those things.
They still hate us for the 80s, Frank. We're the only team that beat them in the final, and they still hate us for that. That's why they're always up for our game.
Oh, well, yeah. Now then, I was just going to mention that. If you look at the likes of Mo and the Verge, these lads who tasted defeat in Kiev, they tasted it. They want revenge. I'm telling you now. And even like a couple of seasons ago when we went 2-0 up and we ended up getting beat 4-2.
Yeah.
I was there, you know what I mean? And I came out and it was bittersweet, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was fuming, actually. And I think the lads will be up for it this time.
Oh, 100%.
They'll be up for it. Believe you me, they'll be up for it. Especially like Robbo and fellas like it,
I spoke to a finals fan not so long ago, Frank. He said, funnily enough, he said, with Arne Slot, the second part of the season, you're going to be surprised because he's at his best in the second part of the season. So I'm looking forward to the second part of the season because, if we're at our best in the second part, Frank, that means, there's only one way we're going, isn't it?
Yeah. And you know what? Even my daughter, Francine, she said, "Do you know what, Dad? We haven't hit top form yet.
Nope.
Just wait until we do." That's what she said to me. I went, "Oh, yeah, never thought of that." But the idea Stella says, if Slot wins a trophy in his first season, I'll be happy. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. But I don't like that. But again, it's January. That's what I'm thinking of. And,
let me ask you guys a question before you read that, yeah? If Arne Slot wins the Champions League and the Premier League, does he overtake Klopp? That's a tough one, eh? It is. It is. Someone asked me that. I said, "Oh, damn!" In his first season as well.
See, there's only been, someone say that the likes of Joe Fagan won a treble in his first season and whatever, but he'd already been at the club for donkey years.
Yeah.
And he knew, he just stepped into the shoes that was left behind by Bob, if you know what I mean. He knew how the team worked and he just carried on.
Yeah.
So to me, the manager, the only manager to come in from outside, gets to Liverpool and won a Champions League in his first season was Rafa Benitez.
Mm-hmm.
He did the miracle of all miracles. I've seen miracles. You've seen miracles. You've seen it against Barca at Anfield, 4-0. You've seen it all. The miracle of Istanbul.
Yeah.
With a team against a team who was full of stars, international stars. They were fantastic players. Fantastic. And yes, we had a team. We had our midfield, Steven Gerrard and Xabi Alonso. Oh, we had Sam Hoopier and Jamie Carragher.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Think about that. And up front, Milan Baros.
Can you believe? Can you believe? And Harry Kewell. Oh, man.
Exactly. Harry Kewell. But, who was on the bench? And when we were there, we were saying, where's Diddy? We thought Diddy was going to be where is he? We thought he was injured, like you talk, fucking injured. Anyway, and he came on in the second half. Our first time I'd ever seen Steven Gerrard's interview. It was only the other day. He was being interviewed for LFC TV. And he said, Diddy a man changed the game when he came on at half time.
Does Didier Man remind you of the current coach, calm and composed? You know what I mean? This team is calm now. We don't. Have you noticed, Frank? Like our team currently, that even when we win by the odd goal, but we're still comfortable. Remember before, we used to worry in case there's an equalizer coming and all that stuff. Now we're just calm. Everyone, even at the stadium when I go to the games, Frank, everybody's just calm now, and this is what I like about us currently as well. Sorry to be off topic. I'm just trying to.
No, I think as well, this Dutch backroom staff, they're good. You can see the determination.
No Pep Linders, thank God for that.
Sitting on the bench, just sitting on the bench, the determination.
Yeah.
When we scored, they're up there,
All hugging each other, I see them all hugging. Yeah,
that's what I like about it.
Proper team.
Yeah. Ian Mack says, I want to see another league title at Anfield, but the European Cup is an amazing trophy to win. European royalty. Absolutely. I can't be Ian. Bang on.
Best tournament.
And he carries on by saying, sick of losing to them. Time to bring the heat to Madrid on Wednesday, boys. Absolutely.
We only play them once. Don't forget, guys. We only play them once, so we'll hold that over them.
Yeah, look, no. The IBR says, what could derail our season is losing Virgil or Mo, as they are crucial. And do you know what? They are crucial.
They are, man.
Now, I tell you, say like Ali wasn't injured, so now.
Yeah.
If wasn't injured. I'd include him on that.
Oh, 100%, no doubt.
What about Ali? If we lost him, just imagine losing it. But God, look at what Kelleher's done. Look what he's done for us. He's amazing. He's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Ali Noose, well, Hope you're warm, lads, because Ali says that it's absolutely heaving down there with snow. Look at that. -10. That's almost as cold as Navy Kiters leaving 3. It's just said it. Thanks, Tingy. But who are you? Very true, but we don't moan like Arsenal and City fans about injuries. We just get on with it. Like when Fabinho and Enzo played centre back for 10 months. I didn't realise. Thanks for that, Anfield, because I didn't. Did he play for 10 matches? I knew that.
And then they got injured, yeah. And they got injured, yeah.
Do you know what? I didn't realise it was 10. Just imagine, though. This is why, people should have a fucking, sorry to swear, but people should have a word with the owners saying, look what happened, and show them that. Our midfielders playing centre back, for God's sake.
Shame. It's a shame.
And remember when we brought in that Quebec lad and playing
awful.
So we've got to be yeah, look at that. Jason says, hope none of our Arnie's team writes a book about how we play. Like Pep Linders. That was very controversial, wasn't it, really?
Why do you stand with Pep Linders? I never asked you that, Frank. Why do you stand with Pep Linders? Because I think he's a fraud. I honestly think he's a fraud, that guy. I never liked him.
No, do you know what is your
I'm a Buvic guy. I was a Buvic guy always. The brain. That's what I was.
I've never liked him.
Oh,
and
yeah?
We got beat on in games. And Jürgen let him, take over the...
Last 2 years.
The tactics and we got fucking beat. They kept getting beat.
I'm glad you spotted that, Frank, because not a lot of people spot that. A lot of people defend this guy, Frank. And I'm telling you, he was part of the problems that we was facing. He took over something Buvic built. You know what I mean? We was going to win these trophies with Buvic there anyway, because we was playing better football, I think, with Buvic, under Buvic, the brain, Klopp's brain. And this guy came in and just took everything from him. And I'm looking at him. All these problems came from him. Writing a book, giving our tactics away after the Champions League final on YouTube. Remember? He did all that stuff. People don't know. I said, this guy is the one who drove that manager away. And Klopp didn't look the same after that either. He looked lost, really.
He really tried to defend him as well. Jürgen tried to defend him. I used to have a picture. I took a picture once. They were coming out of, to play. I forget who they were playing, but they were coming out. And Pep Linders came out first, and he stood against the wall, as the players were coming out. But Jürgen came out first. And anyway, a look like that, you should have seen the look. And I had the picture. I'm sorry I got rid of it. I took a picture. And you see Linders just standing against the wall. And Jürgen, he turns around and gave him such a dirty look, as they call it.
Wow.
He looked at him, like that. And turned and just walked away from him. So whatever was said in the dressing room, I don't know. Evening all my favourite LFC YouTube star. I'm Frank.
Oh, come on, Norm. I'm not a star, mate. The star is there next to me, mate. Big up.
Jay says Linders was after Klopp's fame. Absolutely. But
100%. 100%.
But as the Fuzz said,
never trusted him.
He hasn't really made it, has he? I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna get sacked soon. The way he's going at the moment in Austria, they want him out.
Glad that inverted has gone, says Edward. The
So am I.
inverted.
I think in a certain game, Trent went inverted, and you see Arne Slot shouting at him, "Come back, come back, come back!"
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
He said, I don't want that shit. Come back. Sorry about the language. He said, come back, come back. I love the managers. I like Arne Slot. I said it from the beginning, Frank, when we first got him, and we saw that. Obviously, I went to the preseason in America, watched him. I think he's brilliant. I honestly think he's brilliant. I don't think this is just for show, guys. I think there's a long-term project with this guy, and he's going to take us to the next level, man. I've got no doubt about it, man. I'm looking at his coaching ability, Frank. He's willing to change formations to win games, which we haven't seen for years, as you know. That's how we used to be in the 70s and 80s. You know what I mean? If you have to bring on a defensive midfielder, an extra defender to win the game, to see you through the games, he does that. You know what I mean? And people don't see that. You know what I mean? And I'm really enjoying what I see, the tactical battles he does, man. I'm really enjoying it.
And Norman says, when you're not here, Fozzie, I say Frank's the best. When I go on yours, I say Fozzie's the best. He doesn't mince words, does he?
He's giving us both compliments. Let's just put it that way. Keeping us on side.
The IBR's answering Edwards. I agree. It did my nuts in seeing Trent wandering into midfield and seeing Canate get pulled apart. Yeah.
Bad that was, man. Awful, man.
Yeah. Do you think, I haven't said this yet, do you know, going back to the very first game, which was Ipswich, and Canate came on instead of Quansah, do you think that Canate must have said to himself, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna be in this team? Because I think that. Because I thought Quansah's taken over there, Canate.
Yes, he did.
And he could be on his way, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
I think he's come out and gone like that. I'm sorry, Gerald, but this is my spot, and you're not getting it back, because he's been playing outstanding. Not only that, but he captains his country the other night.
He's phenomenal, Frank. He's phenomenal, Frank. I had my doubts as well as you guys as well. We was thinking like he's too injury prone. He's not going to last the season. He's always going to cost us a season as well. But I think basically finally the nails hit the head. You know what I mean? And he's realised I've lost my place in Liverpool. I've lost my place for France as well. Saliba's taking over my spot. So, you know, I've got to fight for my position. Even if I get this little niggle injuries, I'm still going to play now. There's no more like, oh, I'm going to be off. So, you know, when you lose two positions like that, Frank, you have to, you know, put up your game. And that's what he's done. And I think he started every game after that. I haven't seen him miss a game. I mean, he had the obviously arm injury in one game, but he came back the next game. He said, I'm fit.
Well, he played, didn't he?
Yeah.
He played the next game.
Yeah. Normally, he won't play with his.
No, he wouldn't. I think he just. Do you know what? I go back to when. Who was it? Jimmy Hill was Jimmy Hill was commentating, whatever it was, and it was Craig Johnson. Now, Craig Johnson, there was a corner to whoever we were playing at the cop end, and you see him leaning on the post, you know, waiting for the corner to come in. He's leaning on the post, and he's coughing. And Jimmy Hill said that Craig Johnson, he had the flu or a cold or something. He said, and he is it because he could have gone out that team and lost his place.
Wow.
Never forget that.
Wow.
And that's what Liverpool were like at the time. If you went out, Terry McDermott, I always remember him saying, you know, Bob Paisley brought in 2 players every season. Every season. He said, and I kept everybody on the toes. If it was a forward, kept them on the toes. If it was a midfielder, kept them on, or in the defence, kept them on the toes, because we didn't want to lose our places. And I think that's today, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. I wish people know the tactics in the 70s and 80s. I've always said it to you, Frank. They were way ahead of their time, mate. Way ahead of their time. I was speaking to Jimmy Case and Samuel Lee. I went to the stadium tour, innit? They're brilliant, Frank. The stories they gave us is some. Listen, I've listened to Kevin Keegan and I listened to Graham Souness, but these two, the way they were speaking, I even forgot they replaced each other. It was like Jimmy Case went and Samuel Lee came in, didn't he? So yeah, and they're both proper Scousers. They're actually Liverpool fans before they even played for Liverpool as well. I didn't even know. I thought they were Everton or something like that. But yeah, it was Frank. They were brilliant, mate. I recommend go and see these guys. I'm telling you.
Well, Sammy, he grew up where I grew up, by the way, and his family owns a little butcher's. And one day, I don't know where, I think he was going up the grounds, I don't know what he was doing. And we was in London Road. We was going for a drink. And one of the lads shouted over, "There's a pound of sausages, Sammy." I said, "Go fucking bribe him." Go fucking bribe him.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant guys, man. I'm glad I went, man.
No, I'm glad, because Jimmy Case, did you notice he's got 2 death aids?
Yeah.
I know Jimmy, by the way, being out for
he told me about the story, how he met Graham Souness when Graham Souness was playing for Middlesbrough. And they didn't have a fight. You know that story? When Graham Souness was on top of him, he was going to punch him or something. And then the next week, Liverpool signed Graham Souness. He came in the same team as him. Yeah, man.
Jimmy was a hard lad, by the way.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Yeah.
Do you know that? Norman says, "No, I really think the squad gets tested now to the end of January. I really think a DM, the right one, in January gives us a chance."
100%.
I said before, to be honest, I'm going to ask the Fozzie here as well. But I'm answering Norman. I want Zubimendi. And I want Hincapié. If we had the money, that's the players I'd want. What about you?
I'm with you, Frank. I'm with you. I watch Hincapié against us. Obviously, they can see a lot of goals, unfortunately, but he was brilliant. He was brilliant on the left side. And it's like you say, he could play left back and he could play centre back as well. With Zubimendi, the way we're playing at the moment with possession keeping and the transition as well, Frank, he will suit us to the T, mate. And people like Darwin Núñez will shine as well, because he's going to get through balls left, right, and centre from players like Zubimendi and McAllister and Gravenberch. So players like that we're doubting could be playing in the next level when they've got these quality players right behind them as well, Frank. But yeah, we think alike. You know me, Frank. I'm all about that. I see what's good for the team, and a possessional DM, like a guy who keeps possession and lays off the ball to the front players like Zubimendi does, will benefit us even more than a holding midfielder that could break up play and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, Ian Max says, "I was critical of Ibu last season. I thought he was all over the place and below par.
It's not his fault.
This season, he looks phenomenal, dominant in the air and on the ground. They and Ibu, the best in the league, absolutely." That's a cracking comment, Ian. Really good comments. Believe you me. And Norman says, "Tom Saunders was brilliant. He would go abroad to watch our next European opponents. Ruben Bennett also great. Great people, says." Yes, of course. The backroom, they were our backroom staff. It wasn't loads, just a couple of them. They knew the job. They knew their job. IBR says that was one criticism of Klopp, is he was too loyal to players and he should have brought in the fresh young blood ready to replace the likes of Milner, Endo and Fab, and not replacing. That is a great quote, because 100%. I go along with every single word you say about loyalty and about hanging on to players. And I was talking to a Dortmund supporter, proper German. When I was teaching, I had I had a mature student in my class, and
Mhm.
his daughter was married or getting married to this lad from Dortmund, and he came over, and I was talking to him, and he said he gets too loyal to players. That's what he said to me. He said, that's the only fault with Jurgen Klopp. I said,
Yeah.
go ahead, Jesse. He's just answered it there. And he
Just
did.
what?
Yeah, Henderson, he was past it,
Way past it.
And Milner, he was about 58. And he still wanted him. And he still wanted to give him another contract as well. The season that he went. And that's the fault. I said it at the beginning, honestly. When he started, like during a press conference,
Mm.
and I said to my mate at the time, I said, he's become a fucking mate with these. I did say it like that.
Yeah.
Because he went like that. Oh, yeah, he said, the likes of, he said, I've been having a good look at Millie.
Yeah.
And once you start saying Millie, that's it.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah. You don't become mates with your players.
Nope.
That's why Rafa stood away from them. He admired his players, he loved his players, but he stood away from them. He let them carry on. I wouldn't be surprised if he went out for a few bevies with the players, to be honest. I'm talking about the big year.
Yeah, it's not disrespecting him. Just to put it that way, guys. It's just the reality of football. I honestly think, like Frank said, in my opinion, I think Klopp forgot the winning mentality. He forgot the winning. You're here to win trophies. He became too friendly with the players, if you know what I mean, guys. And it was sad. It was sad to see, because I remember when Klopp came, when he first arrived, it was all about winning championships. That's how the energy. He gave us energy back, innit, Frank? We lost that energy under the previous manager, but Klopp gave us the energy back. And then as time went on, you could just see he was slowly drifting away and becoming friends with the players. And and we wasn't signing anybody anymore. Like we were just happy finishing top 4. Really, we wasn't talking about winning championships. Arsenal took over.
Yeah. Norman says in 1990, Jimmy was playing for Saints versus us in the FA Cup. I shouted at Jimmy, "Can you sign my €77 final ball?" He walked past. I said to me dad, "That's rude." He said, "Lad, he's deaf. He's shining." He is. He's deaf. I used to go out with him.
Wow.
Have a bevy. Me, Willie Miller, and Sean Stiles. Used to have a bevy with him. He went like that to me. We were sitting outside. It was a Sunday afternoon. It was a lovely day. And he went like that to me. He said, "Who's that up there?" I said, "Who's what?" He said, "That building. Who built that building?" So I gave him the history of that building. I was sorry I did, because every time we were walking, he said, "Do you see this one? What's this here?" I said, "I'm out for a drink." But anyway, that's
legend, man.
No, I promise I'm not being biased, but I honestly think, what's your take on this here, by the way, Fozzie? I think our midfielder of Case, Souness, Kennedy, McDermott is the best midfield British footballers had. Now, that's at the time. That's at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree.
How can we argue with that, Frank? How can we? That is a great midfield. They've won it all. They've dominated. You know what I mean? So you can't even argue with that.
They won the league, the European Cup. They won everything. And don't forget, Foz, do you know when we won the European Cup under Bob Paisley and Joe Fagan? Joe Fagan, let's not forget. When we won the European Cup under those two lads, especially Paisley, you have to be champions of your country.
Yeah. Difficult.
Think about that. Just the champions. Nowhere league, finishing 4th and you go into the Champions League, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
But you have to be champions, and you have to beat the best of the European might. That's who you have to beat, and we won it 4 times from 77 to 84. Think about that.
Still the most dominant English team in history So
Oh,
nobody can
oh,
take that away from us. I mean, big up Daryl,
nobody.
by the way. Big up Daryl. I hope everything's okay,
No,
mate.
yeah,
I'm about to call you,
yeah,
Daryl. I don't know if you've changed your phone number or anything. Sorry, Frank.
yeah, yeah. No, he's still going through it, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And that midfield power, vision, class, culture, I'd fancy them versus anyone.
Goodness me.
Well, we beat
Watching.
Real Madrid in Paris. I was there. I was in
Wow.
Paris.
Wow,
I was
Frank.
there. And when Barney Rubble scored, incredible.
I want to ask you a question, Frank. Yeah. How good was Ray Kennedy?
Sorry.
How good was Ray Kennedy? Because a lot of people speak, not a lot of people speak about him, but the Liverpudlian people speak about him, like how much quality he had.
Oh, he's unbelievable. And do you know who made him? Bob Paisley. He was a striker for Arsenal. And how he got him, I don't know. I still don't know from this day. And Arsenal sold him. And Bob just went like, Bob must have, great visionary Bob,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
And he must have seen him, this fella, lad, this Ray Kennedy playing. And he must have been looking at him, not as a striker, but as a midfielder for us before he bought him.
Yeah.
Because he just stuck him in midfield. And he was phenomenal.
Underrated. Underrated.
Do you know what, though? I'll tell you a little tale here. And I was talking to Phil Neal. And he said that the players, before coming out, had to tie his laces. And it was the onset of Parkinson's.
Wow.
And he was still playing. Just imagine if he never had that Parkinson's. He was already phenomenal. That's what Phil said to me. He couldn't tie his laces.
He was brilliant. He was really brilliant, Frank. When I watched back, like, what I liked about him is his calmness with the ball. You know what I mean? If you can compare a player with him, probably say someone like Zidane or someone like that. That's how good he was. I mean, he was something like that, left-footed Zidane kind of thing. If you know what I mean.
Oh.
Number five. There's a reason Zidane wears number 5 as well. You know. So I mean, yeah, if you look at Ray Kennedy, underrated, very underrated. He wasn't a left winger. He was left inside player.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. And you know what? If you'd ever, you must have watched this a million times, and it was against Saint Etienne.
I did.
Right? I was there. And it's the greatest and the most deafening roar I've ever heard in my entire life.
Wow.
And it was Ray Kennedy. Now, as we were in the cup, we were getting pushed about and everything, right? And the next thing, we scored. And when I seen the replay on the telly, when you get home, you see it, and it was great. And you see Ray, and he just lofts the ball over their defence and for their Fairclough to be running onto. Because he said, if I get the chance, I'll loft the ball over to you. And this is, he said, I'll loft the ball over to you, so just run. Because he knew how quick Fairclough was. And that was a little plan.
Wow.
And he lofted the ball, he ran onto it, scored it. I'll tell you another thing. I said about Jimmy Case, me and Jimmy. Right, genuine this.
Yeah.
Do you know what? At the end of that game, Fozzie, have you ever seen the highlights of it?
Yeah, I've seen the highlights. Yeah,
right, okay. Do you know what? I'm going to surprise you here. I was talking about that game to Jimmy, just sitting down having a drink with the lads, And I said to him, I've never heard a roar like that in my entire life. When Fairclough scored and when the final whistle went. And he's what he said to me. He said, I thought we got beat. I thought we were out. I said, you what? He said, yeah, I thought we got, I thought we lost on, a goal difference. Goal over it, whatever it was. I said, go away, did you? He said, yeah, honestly. Until I realised, everyone was roaring and everybody was jumping up and down. He said, oh, the thing.
Brilliant.
That mad little story.
Yeah, listen, Frank. I've always advised people go to Liverpool and listen to proper Scouse people. But it's the most enjoyable thing you could have, man. It's brilliant, Frank. I've never had so much laugh. Like at this age, I don't really have that much laugh like I used to. But when I go to Liverpool, I always have a laugh, Frank. It's a beautiful city, man. You guys are something else, mate.
Yeah, especially back to talking about football. And Callum says, remember Arsenal wanting Suarez for 40,000? Yeah.
£1. Idiots, man.
Yeah. Ray Kennedy was a world-class player, such a cultured left foot. Good in the air, brave. Paisley had more inquiries from European teams for him than anyone else. And he said Bayern wanted him, Madrid wanted him, and all of them wanted Ray. Isn't that lovely? And Daniel says, send me a text, Bob.
I will, man. No worries.
Ray Alton was brilliant as well, says IBR.
Underrated in the 80s team.
Wataru Endo idolised Javier Mascherano growing up. Not a surprise since he loves a tackle. To be honest, I think, I've always said that Mascherano is the best defensive midfielder we've ever had. I love that fella. I love that Mascherano. Unbelievable play.
100% in it, Frank. Every game. 100% every game. You never missed a game.
Here's a question for you. It's not for you really, but it's for anyone. Would you guys still take Anthony Gordon over Luis Diaz?
No way.
You're gonna get your head kicked in. No chance. No chance. No chance.
No chance, man.
And yeah, Jay says, and Ronnie Whelan underrated as well.
Ronnie Whelan, man. Is it true what they said, Frank? I can't remember. Obviously, I'm from the 80s team. They said out of Steve McMahon and him, he was the tough man. He used to do the little nasty tackles, Whelan.
Do you know what? You've mentioned two players there, Ronnie Whelan and Steve McMahon. And the pair of them, they were similar in every possible way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Steve McMahon hated getting beat, hated anyone going past him. He hated all that.
Let me ask you a question, Frank. McMahon, was he an Everton fan or Liverpool fan? I don't know.
I know his family.
Yeah.
I know his family. And
sorry to interrupt.
The McDowells are bitter blues.
Bloody hell. I never knew, Frank. I thought he was a Liverpool fan all this time. I really thought that.
I used to see Brian, Brian back. I used to work when I went down for the season, during the time, and used to go to Torquay to work the season, And I used to say, some fucking talk about Liverpool. So I said, it's summer now, the games are over, And that was Brian, and even Terry used to say, and they were there, really bitter things. Steve McMahon's first cousins, they were. Nice family, you know what I mean? Nice family.
He gave us his all, to be fair. Yeah.
And you never says, you guys want to hear my favourite ever Liverpool stat? Go on, let us know.
Let's hear it.
And Norman says, all I want for Christmas is a DM and for Jota to stay fit. Then we have a fantastic chance.
You're asking for too much, mate. Jota is impossible.
You never walk alone. Zico achieved an astonishing record run of consecutive games for Liverpool, clocking up 417 without interruption between October 76 and September 81. Who's Zico? Who you talking? He's not talking about, that's not running.
Phil Newell. They used to call Zico, is it? Phil Newell?
Between 76 and... Oh, I'll tell you who that is. Tell you who that's Phil Neal.
Yeah.
It must be Phil Neal he's talking about.
Yeah. He said it at the bottom. You can see it at the bottom.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. How is that possible? He said with a question mark.
Whelan was nicknamed the silent assassin. He could, of course. And Jay says Gerrard learned from Whelan and McMahon.
Brilliant double pairing that was. Brilliant.
Nowadays, players go out injured for a clipped nail. Now different football. Yeah, how different football, of course.
Sad,
of course. You wouldn't stand a chance today.
Nah.
And Callum says, Maka was an Everton fan and not surprised he kisses Madrid's arse and complimentary. Never Liverpool. Yes.
Steve McManaman,
Yeah. Phil Neal. How is that possible? Yeah. Oh, so yeah, what he mentioned. Nicknamed Zico by the Cop because of the number of goals he netted from his normally defensive position. Yeah. You see, the likes of Phil Neal, we had two right backs, and the first right back was more continental than any other British player, and that was Chris Lawler, because he used to score. Chris Lawler never ever scored a penalty either, and he used to score loads of goals for Liverpool. Was Chris Lawler, incredible player. Fozzie, have you sat in the new Annie Road end? It's wobbles underneath you, honestly.
No, I've went to the opening. They invited me to the opening, but I've never sat there yet. I'm always at the main stand.
Look at this name. What a name this is. Alexander Delos. Good news, Netanyahu and his Muppet gallants arrested. Have they been arrested?
No, I heard they were after.
No, there's a warrant out for them. This is what I'll be talking about tomorrow night on my show.
Yeah, he needs to be arrested, that guy, man.
Oh, good news, Nick. No, he said he's actually. No, has he been arrested or just?
I swear there's a warrant out for him. They said
ICC have put out a warrant.
Yeah.
But these I was going to say players then, but these people seem to get away with everything, not held accountable.
How sad is that, Frank? Like, they have to wait. Sorry to interrupt, mate.
No.
Yeah. How sad is that? They have to wait until he kills everybody to arrest him. What is that all about? Why do you have to wait?
Well, do you know what? Honest, this is what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow night.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know? I mentioned on someone's post today. It was a live broadcast, and it's the ones I follow. More political than anything. And I said, once it being said that there's an ICC warrant out for his arrest. Now, don't forget that America supplies everything to Israel.
Yeah.
They supplied a lot. They supply money. They supply arms, like we did as well. Thinking that, we've done it as well. While there's people genocide, and they denied that. The Starmer denied it in Parliament.
Sad that
he denied it. The definition of genocide. And even no one mentions ethnic cleansing either.
Nope.
It's shocking what they're doing to them people.
The human beings, Frank, the human beings are doing that too, mate. I mean,
Do you know what, Fozzie? Honestly, it kills me, this. I seen a little girl, and it was where like the camera, and you see her walking up this rubble side of it, and the road was rubble as well, you know, like bits of whatever.
Yeah.
And a little girl, and she was in a little blue dress, a beautiful looking little girl with black curly hair. But when she come near the camera, she was filthy, and her hair was matted. Do you know what I mean? As though, like a house had blown up and all the debris fell on it, you know, the dust and everything. And she was so lovely, so pretty. And she walked up, and she was just walking aimlessly, by the way. No one was going. She was just walking aimlessly, little hands about. And you know what she had on? She had on, do you know what, like my little granddaughter, when that Frozen came out.
Yeah.
When Frozen came out, she got one of those dresses, a Frozen dress, blue. You know what I mean? And a little crown, little tiara. And that's what she had on. Someone must have seen her naked and put this dress on her, and it was filthy. A little blue dress. And I cried, you know, I'm not ashamed to say.
Frank, you're human, innit? You got feelings. You got feelings, man.
Please God, no, you know, this little child. And I was watching George Galloway, and as I was watching him, I put a comment. I said, does anybody know about this little girl, the princess, wandering aimlessly, you know? Has anybody heard from her? And George let it out. I was quite surprised, actually. He let it out. He said, Frank Carlyle. He said, Frank, she's dead.
Oh, man.
That killed me. A little girl, she must have been about 3 or 4, no more. This beautiful little child. And Starmer comes out and says that. So it's not genocide, you see. And this is what it's all about. But as I said, these people are not held accountable.
They have to be, Frank. They have to be. You know what's sad, Frank? You know what's sad, Frank? That little girl you're talking about could have been the difference in the world. She could have brought everybody together. She could have been, you know what I mean? You're killing people that could change the world. You know what I mean? And you put them in an open air prison and you just treat them like shit. And you're blowing them up for what? For your political way of life? Like, nah, man. Nah. They have to be accountable, Frank. They have to be. They can't get away with this. I'm sorry, mate. They can't.
I know that, but I don't trust politics these days, especially world leaders.
What do you expect, Frank? You look at you just talked about America supplying them and England supplying them. What do you expect? They are in the political, American and English, aren't they? They are in the politics, aren't they, Frank? They are inside there. These people are in there. Well, they're British, they're American, so they are gonna influence Israel, no matter what, because they're part of the political system in those countries. If you don't understand what I say, yeah.
Well, I looked at when the ICC thing went out for Vladimir Putin for war crimes, and I went, what war crimes has he done? Yeah. So anyway, they said that he kidnapped 600 children from the Donbass area. Those children were taken away from being shelled every single day. Hospitals, schools, everything was by the Kiev government. And he brought them. And they showed them. You can see it on the Western media. You see them. They went to this wonderful, like a Butlins holiday camp, and they were getting taught, teaching. They were teaching most of those kids, 95% of them, are back with their parents. They were being taught music. They were being taught, physical education. They were being taught everything. Their education was going on, and they were safe. They were safe from everything. They were being fed every day. The rooms were spotless. The classrooms were fantastic. And they made charges up against them. And yet, this fella, and he's not even off it. Putin's not even off it. He still got. Shall we get back to the address breaking news? You're going to like it. Breaking news. Virgil to sign a 3-year deal.
Oh, that's good news, if it's true. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And look at Jerry Bain in 65 final. That was the bravest thing I've ever seen. No one knew. He had a broken collarbone. Fozzie, a broken collarbone.
I know.
And he crossed the ball for Roger Hunt to score.
Unbelievable, man.
And do you know what? Do you know when he died?
Nobody turned up.
Not one representative from Liverpool Football Club showed up at a service. Not one.
Disgrace, man.
But the old players did. The old players, and that's why I decided then. I asked a couple of. I said, "Do you go to the game? To get your tickets?" He says, "No. We have to buy our tickets." This is when you could buy a fucking ticket, not like today. And I held like Scouse nights for them, different.
Good on you, Frank, mate.
Different ex-players, Thoughts on Carragher being born an Everton fan and then changing over to LFC after playing for us, says Darwin the GOAT. Yeah, because he was getting called for everything, as Steven Gerrard was as well.
Yeah. It's sad, Frank. Like, the players don't get treated. They are the ones who, put Liverpool in the map. And they don't get, you don't treat them like they deserve. Like, not even one representatives. Like, going to the funeral. Nah, man.
No, it was shocking. That's why. Look, I turned down a gong, for my services. Not for doing this, obviously, for my profession, what I was doing. And I said no. I said simply because I survived Hillsborough, and I fought for 30 odd years for justice. And we still haven't got it. And we were exonerated by everybody, exonerated us, the police, the law, everybody, and yet you still get fans who still blame us.
Yeah.
So this is it. And anyway, that's by the by. I said no, I don't want this. Rip the letter up and whatever. And I said, I can't accept anything of an establishment that I've fought against for many years. It's hypocritical. That's why I've lost respect for people, especially Liverpool people who've accepted these gongs. Anyway, I'll just say the last couple of things. Let's see what Cody. The problem is players of today do go down for weeks with small injuries, but there's so much money in the game, whether that'll be, how much the player cost or how much the player is earning. You're right there, Cody. And Callum says, Darwin, another one, he loves Man City on the commentary. Only true Reds are art, in my opinion, is El Capitan. El Capitano, Steven Gerrard. Yes. Why is the injury getting worse or worse? still ending the career, losing the club millions of dollars in investments, or the players losing millions in wages. Of course, there's going to take time. I don't know. I'm sorry there, I lost the thing. Cody says it. Yeah, look, a couple of things here for your Faz. Balaba versus Gravenberch double pivot would actually be so nasty. What do you think of that?
The kid's a good player. He's very good. I'm sure that's the Brighton kid, right? Yeah, he looks powerful. He's 21 years old. He's more. Yeah, listen, him and Gravenberch in the middle will be phenomenal. But like Frank said, I'm with Frank. Zubimendi is the one for us. We need a controlling player that could keep the ball better, that could complement the team as a whole. But if we can't get him, we'll get Balaba. I'm not going to argue with that either. So, but yeah, he's powerful. He's got the potential to be one of the best DMs in world football, in my opinion, from what I've seen of his ability. But you know, I'm more of the Zubimendi side, to be fair, Frank.
Yeah, so Mike. Kerkez and Balaba this January will catapult us into an unforgettable season, says Darwin the Goat. Darwin the Goat.
He's still not the GOAT yet, mate. He's got a long way to go.
Football flashback. What's the one goal that made you stand up and applaud? Do you mean like, look, I'll tell you the best goal I've ever seen, and I was there. The best goal I've ever seen. It was scored by, in fact, I've seen the two goals, my first and second, and it was by the one player, believe it or not. I've never seen better goals than them. The nearest to it was Fernando Torres when he scored against it was a Blackburn.
Over the top, yeah.
Oh,
when Carragher done the pass over the top.
Oh,
yeah.
Bang. Now, the best goal I've ever saw, it was at Anfield. And it came out of our defence, and it was all one touch. Bink, bink, bink. Right over, you mentioned Stevie Highway before. The ball came over like that. And Terry McDermott was running. No, Terry McDermott ran for that from our 18-yard box. Right, so just kept running. Never fucking stopped at any. Kept running and running and running. And that ball went dink, dink, dink. And right over, right on his head. And it was the 7th goal against Tottenham.
Ooh.
The best goal I've ever seen. Nothing could beat that. The second best goal I've seen was down at White Hart Lane. I think it was a cup match. Down at by the same player.
Is it when he looped it up?
The ball came to his chest of it. Ties it. He was out on the right. You know, like attacking. He's out on the near the like wing, right? And he hit it, you know, like volleyed it. And it went right into the far corner.
Over the goalkeeper, by the way.
Hell, it was incredible. Just left the goalkeeper, you know, diving through the air like Superman. On a bang, that was like a bullet. Bang, get it. That was the second best goal I've ever seen. And do you want to know the third from?
Go on, Frank.
You're going to love this.
Go on.
And it's a player we've never even mentioned. And I thought he was absolutely bum. I've got a picture of me and him on here. And it was against Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
It was at a midweek game under the floodlights.
Mm-hmm.
He picks the ball up in our half, right? On the right wing, he picks the ball up. And then he runs with it. And he runs and runs and runs. And it's an unstoppable shot right into the top right-hand corner. And against Man U. And do you know who that was?
Is it Yamobi?
Yes! Get in. Yeah, no, that was unbelievable. It was
They said the camera missed the edit or something. They had to find the footage for that or something.
yeah, what they did, you know what they did? Someone was like a little cine camera, and he was taking it from the stands, right? You know, just showing them that he did. And it was all grainy and everything, so they set like a space thing, new space things. And he sent it to them, cleans it up, and it's all right. You know what I mean? It's really good, the final product of it. But I seen the grainy bit, she lines and dots and going up and down and everything else. You're like, yeah, look at that. But what a goal.
What a player, by the way, as well.
Oh.
And, technically sound, man.
It is, isn't it? I'll just go right down here, boys. I'm sorry if I'm. Let's see. Who's this? Mane, says Callum. Mane, Firmino, Salah, Coutinho, Enzo, Fabinho, Robbo, Virgil, Matip, Trent, Alisson. That would have run us the quad. Still miss Phil to this day. He's a right knob going to Barca. Phil Coutinho was absolutely wonderful for Liverpool. He scored some unbelievable goals.
Yeah, he did, man.
Unbelievable goals.
You could say about Phil Coutinho. Sorry, who was the Callum that put that there?
Yeah, Callum. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want me to add on to that, if you want me to, Frank, it's okay.
Go on.
Listen, sometimes in football, what Philip Coutinho done, what people don't understand, that could have been the best thing for Liverpool Football Club. I'll tell you why. Because him leaving stopped other foreign players leaving. If you get what I'm saying, guys. After he left, you never heard any other Liverpool player say, I want to go to Barcelona. I want to go to Real Madrid. They all remained here until we had no use for them anymore. So think about it that way. And then after that, what did we do? We won everything, innit, after that.
Yeah, you're spot on there. And think about this as well. Mm-hmm. If he wouldn't have gone, we would never have got Ali or Virgil.
There you go, Frank.
Albeit that, he was a great player for us.
Great player, by the way, no doubt. But yeah, he stopped a lot of things.
It was a whole movie camera that was owned by Ron Atkinson. He had someone in the crowd filming it. He must have thought that he was going to be.
Frank, there's one thing I didn't know, and Norm and all them, everybody is a Scouser in it. I did not know Ron Atkinson is a Scouser. I didn't know that.
Didn't you know that?
I didn't know. The way he speaks is like a Cockney. He speaks like a Cockney guy. I never knew he was a Scouser. It shocked me when I heard that.
They used to call him Big Ron from the Swan, because we've got a district here in Liverpool called Old Swan, and that's where he was from. That's why he called him Big Ron from the Swan.
I was shocked, Frank, when I heard that. I said, really? He didn't have no accent of a Scouser.
And you never walk alone, says there are only 2 days between tomorrow and Christmas Eve that don't have either a Premier League Championship, UCL, UEL, or Carabao Cup match on. Again, now to know that. Oh yeah, Daryl Garcia versus Juventus. Oh. Yes, it was right behind that goal when he hit it.
He did the same again in the FA Cup, didn't he, as well, against Chelsea, as I remember.
Oh, yes.
Old Trafford.
Yeah. I tell you, Phil Coutinho as well at Old Trafford.
When he beat the goalkeeper in the near post, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Old Trafford, yeah. Black kit, remember, it was wearing a black kit. It was Europa Cup.
Yeah. Was it a cup match? Mm-hmm. I'm not quite too sure.
Europa League. That's what it was. It's after we beat Dortmund. I think we beat Dortmund, and I think we faced them after. Something along those lines.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. But what a goal that was as well.
Oh.
And Liverpool videos, I think the dice will fall one by one and we'll re-sign all 3 players. I've said that all along, to be honest.
Yeah. I think people are overreacting with Trent. Just leave it. Let it be. Just let it be. The kid knows where he's from. He ain't going to go elsewhere. It's not like Real Madrid's looking any good, are they, Frank? To be fair. They're not looking good, right?
All right. Well, we'll finish on the right. And it's what the Liverpool video said. Prediction for the Southampton game this weekend. Go on.
I think we'll win by 2-0. I don't think we're going to go all out. I don't think we're going to, put ourselves out of position in that game, because we're going to learn from the previous, Nottingham Forest game after international break. Everybody don't come back the same. So I think we'll be more cautious, and I think we'll win by 2-0 in this game.
Okay, I'll go for 2-0 myself. I really will. I'll go for Jay says Suarez's header from the 18-yard box. That was against West Brom. I was there.
Sissoko, then the cross, didn't he? That Sissoko guy, the French boy.
And I was in the main stands as well. Yeah, it was like a shot. It was like a shot.
I couldn't believe it.
He headed it.
Did he score a hat-trick in that game or something? I'm sure he did.
Yeah. It was just, that sticks out. Always a goal sticks out for... Anyway, Callum says, Southampton 0, Liverpool 2, Salah 38 minutes and Jones 78 minutes. Yeah, he's given the scorers and the minutes. You need to... You need to put a bet on. And the predicted 11 from the Liverpool videos: Kelleher, Robertson, Van Dijk, Canate, Alexander-Arnold, Gravenberch, Jones, Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Darwin, and Salah.
I'll take that. But still Canate, I think. Gomez.
Yeah. Neville is just a bitter little man from Bury. Not even a mank. He's a shocking pundit whose only care in life is open LFC fail.
Did you see what he said about David Coote, Frank?
Yeah.
High defending. What I said, Frank, is like, maybe he's been defending him because, maybe he does the same thing, you know what I mean? And behind the scenes, you don't know, you know what I mean? So, you can't criticize another person if you do the same thing as well. You know what I mean? Like, he's an idiot level. He's an absolute idiot. I can't stand him, Frank. I really can't.
Well, we know what he's like. Darryl says Canate won't play. And Cody says, former Liverpool CEO, Peter Moore, I know ownership is working feverishly to get deals done with all 3.
Peter Moore?
I'm not having that, to be honest. They're not interested. Kelleher, Bradley, Canate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Grav, Mac, Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Nunes, Salah. And that's it. And Trent's out because of it. Because he's said. But anyway, I'm going to finish the ads. I'll say 5-0 win, easy.
Come on, Darryl.
Oh, Jay says, what a great free show this is. Please let's level Frank up on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe.
Big up, Eminem.
The fan slot is rootless as Feyenoord fans say he is. Then, boy, a few of your favourites are in big trouble, says Cody the false 9.
Cody the false 9.
Isn't that a great name, Cody the false 9?
I like that. I'll take that.
Atalanta, Rennes, Nice, Lyon, Wolfsburg all tried to sign Balaba, but Lille won the race for a small fee. Brighton signed him for 30 mil with add-ons and sell on fee. I expect his fee to be close to 70 to 90.
That's too much.
They won't pay that.
Nah, no chance.
And Callum says, Liverpool 3-1, Man City, let's win this league. Make it 20 times. Yes, says Callum. Yes, I will tell my half cousin to sub. I love your channel, Frank, says Cody.
Big
I
up,
think we're only saying that because we love his name.
That's true. That's true. I can't disagree. With that.
You have such good energy. I know this is on digital, but I can feel your genuine energy through the screen. Thank you, says Cody. Thank you.
Wow.
And my little Oppo there for keeping me company most of the night. And when are you on like next? Fozzie says, look, he's a traitor. He's a double agent, isn't he? Norman's a double agent. Comes on mine and says, oh, you're the best, you know, Frank. Then goes on yours, oh, you're the best, you know, Foz. We know all about you. So when are you on again, Foz? Let everyone know.
I don't know. I'm back at work at the moment, but I'll let you know, Frank. I'll let you know. I could be on the next show. I could be.
Okay. I'm having where'd you go to watch the match?
With me?
Yeah.
Yeah, at home. I'm going to watch it at home.
Oh, are you? Well, I'm having a post-match, you know, after the
Okay.
Southampton game, if you fancy it.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Excellent. Right. Listen to this, Frankie, you're the best.
Damn you, Normal. Okay, we're not friends no more. I give up.
Isn't that nice? Look, the football flashback. Thank you, Fozzie. I liked having you on the channel. Isn't that nice?
Oh, appreciate that, man. Thank you. It's good to chat
Well,
to
enough
Frank.
for the Brits versus United on suit. Yes. Listen, boys and girls, and the video says, thank you, Frank. I love you. I know we never met, but you are like a shining light.
Spot on.
Praise the Liverpool videos. Thanks very much. Thank you. So listen, don't forget the chat. You can win this if you're in the what you call it? Hang on. If you're in the fantasy football Premiership, you can win this watch. It's a beautiful watch. It's a beautiful watch. It's perpetual motion. It's brand new. It's dead heavy as well. And even the back, you can see the back, the works of the back.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And it's you don't need a bracelet because it can fit any thing. There it is there. It can fit any wrist. If you've got a thin wrist like me, or a big chunky boxer's wrist like the Fozzies, it'll fit you.
I wish.
Same here. And if you ever go to Goodison Park, all you Reds, you can win one of these, a Victoria Cross.
Goodison.
So listen, hang on, let's just end by saying this.
Yeah.
I will have the one on your wrist, Frank. I will email my address. That one you mean? That one. That one. That's a Breitling, that. You said you work 12 hours shifts. Jeez, may I ask what you do for a living?
I'm in the security industry, mate. I do security, basically. In the West End, Victoria Street, around there. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy hours.
Carol says, Frank, Sunday, I'm coming. You're always saying that, Carol.
We missed that.
Yeah, we'll send you that. We'll get you that thing. That's the one. They are brilliant, Breitling. Yes, I've got one there. I'm terrified to wear it. I won't wear it going out. It's incredible. Honestly, I'm terrified. A mate of mine, great fella. A very good friend of mine, grew up with him and everything. And he just had his watch on. And he got mugged. And he was nearly killed, you know.
Goodness
But
me.
the lads who mugged him, it was the biggest mistake they ever made, to be honest. That's why it's just one of those things. Darwin the GOAT. I'm hesitant on a career to choose. I'm just 19.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I feel sorry for our young lads and girls. You know what I mean? And look at, you know, can you imagine Darwin the GOAT? He's a 19-year-old lad and he just doesn't know where to turn, you know, professional-wise. And that's who I feel sorry for, you know, youngsters like him. It's shocking.
Yeah, life ain't easy. Yeah, life ain't easy, man.
I've got a grandson, he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Got another grandson, and he just wants to be a plumber, and he's at college now. But you know what else he's doing? I don't know, MF, you know, the fighting, you know, the martial arts thing.
UFC, MMF?
MMF, that's it.
Yeah.
He's doing that. I said, what are you doing that for, soft lad? Because he's a good-looking kid, you know. He said, I want to. Okay, then.
Yeah, this is the new thing for the new generation, Frank. They love this MMA. So it's MMA, yeah, MMA. Yeah. Yeah, they think like it's the way of life, innit? Like they they got a lot of frustration, so they let it out. So yeah, but to be honest, Scousers are good at it. They're very good at it. They're the best fighters from the British side, to be fair.
But I don't understand them. I'm being honest. Like I just don't understand them. But I'll Darwin the GOAT, look. But looking for something that's reliable with good benefits, so I can become independent.
How old is Darwin anyway? How old is Darwin the GOAT?
19, he said he's 19.
You know, when I was a kid at that age, I started in Tesco's, Frank. That's where I went. I went to Tesco's, got experience, and got a bit of money there. And then, you know, my experience took me, you know, elsewhere. I worked in America for 2 years, teaching kids football in America for a couple of years. Came back here. I needed a mortgage, Frank, so I had to get a regular job. So that's how the security came in my life. It wasn't the best job because you got to do a lot of standing and all that stuff. But eventually, you know, I worked my way up to the management, and now, like, you know, I do management, and I've got everything I wanted. It's always steps in life, isn't it, Frank? You start from the, you know, somewhere like, you know, the shops, and then you just work your way up to the other side of life. That's what it is. You just need a start. That's all you need. Once you get that start, then the work, you know, determination comes into your life, and you know, you won't have doubts anymore. That's how I see it.
Do you know what? I think that kid, Darwin the GOAT, is respectful.
Yeah, it sounds like it, mate. From what I can see in the comments.
A job. Brilliant show, Franco and Frazzino.
That's what they call me, actually. They used to call me that, not Forzinho. That's what I call myself actually in PlayStation when I play EA Sport. Forzinho. Brazilian.
I thought Callum was older than that. I turned 19 on the Merseyside derby. Thinking, now we've got young lads. I didn't know that. I thought they were all like, not saying my age, you know what I mean? Because I built the pyramids. I'm not ancient, you see, but I thought.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. They're like, Frank, you know, like now, you know, like, you know, discussions that we have, it's got no age limit to it. Anyone can come over here and, you know, have their say.
Absolutely. My parents aren't college educated, which makes it hard. Liverpool videos, you don't have to. Honestly, honestly, mate, you know, you don't have to. I'm university educated. I've got more qualifications. I think I've got more qualifications than anybody, to be honest. The thing is, I'm sitting here now. What you've got to do, my good friend, is this. You've got to, you know, I think you're a respectable boy, along with Callum and everybody else.
Yeah.
I think you are, because you're all, you're good. You know, you're articulate. Put it that way. You're articulate. You've just got to. I don't know. Try and join my show tomorrow night. I'll be talking about certain things, especially in this week, and that'll come up because there's lots of
Yeah.
people coming out of work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not through there. And he says, so I did jobs here and there, but nothing consistent, so it's hard to make ends meet and live a comfortable life. Keep going, Liverpool videos. Keep going, lad, because honestly, something will come up.
100%.
Do not, there are two paths in life. Take the righteous one. Don't take the other path. That could be a downfall.
Yeah.
That could lead you into an abyss. Always remember that. Always remember that, Liverpool videos.
Spot on, Frank.
And Darwin, my big dream is to move outside my parents' house, but life is so expensive now. Oh, lad. Jeez. Yeah, look at that. Wow, Fuzzy, thank you for the inspirational words.
No, it's reality, mate. It's reality. I mean, if I don't give you that experience, because I've struggled. I mean, I'm sure Frank struggled in his life as well. But you know, what I stopped believing is the doubts. You know what I mean? I realized a certain time of my life, anything's possible if you go work hard towards it, and that's how I've done my life, man. I haven't looked back really. I live in the most expensive city in the world, and I was in the poorest city not so long ago. But now, you know, I've reached what I wanted in life because I graft. I don't stop. You know what I mean? And I don't let the doubters come into my head and make me believe things are impossible. That's what you need to like get away from. Believe in yourself and then get yourself there, man.
See, look, my advice to these two young lads, Callum, Darwin, the GOAT, Liverpool videos, is get back to education, get back to college. You'll see things if you want to become, say, like a plumber, an electrician, or anything. They're the types of work, even IT. Obviously, I bet you lads are brilliant at IT. I'm useless.
Yeah.
I could tell you anything about history because I'm a professor of history. I really am. I could tell you anything. Point is, I couldn't tell you how to, do anything. I can't set this up. I'm useless at IT. It's what takes your fancy. My grandson, Ben, he's at college doing this. He's a plumber. He wants to plumb. That's all he wants to do, plumbing, because he knows that plumbers will always be wanted forevermore. Forevermore.
Yeah.
There's electricians. Try and get an electrician a college degree or, diploma. You become an electrician. It takes a few years, 3 years, whatever. Then you get employment. Then you're working. You'll always need IT. You see what I mean? It's brilliant. What you lads, I'm sure that you've got something there and something here, and you'll succeed.
100%.
You really will. Don't worry about it. If I can succeed, and Fozzie can succeed, you can too.
Exactly.
You can, honestly, boys. And you're a good Reds, and I love you all. I really love you all. So take care, lads. There's Yusuf. Yusuf. I'm as thick as two shots. Don't ever say that, Yusuf.
It's not.
Don't ever say that, mate. Do not ever, ever say that. Or come around and get Fozzie to kick your head in.
Yeah, you don't want to make me angry. I mean, you don't like me if I'm angry.
Turns green.
I'll turn green.
Then when he'd see you, he'd turn white and run away. I'm going to finish on this. Do you ever remember Mo Salah scoring down at Southampton? Was it Southampton?
Is it the back heel orange shirt?
They wore the purple outfit, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
And the ball came, and you see Mo Salah and the other two on the side of him, Firmino, Bobby and Mane, they're rolling with him, and he's going down, and I'm going like looking at the telly, going, give it to your left, give it to your left. I'm sure it was there, Southampton. To your left. I was willing to pass to Firmino. And he hit it, and it went in. Now, here's the funny part.
Go on.
Do you know the way you've got to see it? It's hilarious. I only watched it again today. It's so funny. You see him, and do you know the way Mo just looks at the crowd like that? Yeah. He's just standing there like that, and you see Robbo behind him, and he makes a big leap.
And he misses him, yeah.
And he jumps, and he lands it.
I remember.
Jordan Henderson said that comparing him and each other. Isn't that that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in football?
Yeah, I remember that,
It's so funny.
Yeah, it was Southampton. It was Henderson scored as well in that game, as I remember.
Yeah, he did, and it was a cracker, and he never.
It was a cracking goal, yeah. I don't like, now Liverpool fans, they talk about Henderson. It's not nice, Frank. It's not nice, man. Like they talk about his talents. He wasn't talented and all that stuff, but it's what he brought as a player. I mean, all round that was important. Without Henderson, would Liverpool win the Champions League and the Premier League? No. So yeah, respect the guy, man. Stop talking about like he hasn't got the finesse and all that.
He is respected. There's no getting away from that.
Yeah.
Well, I call him a lucky. You'd take him and Steven Gerrard.
It's night and day, Frank. It's night.
See what I mean? And look what Steven Gerrard missed out on.
Yeah.
To what he won, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I know it sounds. He won the Premiership. Steven Gerrard didn't.
Hasn't.
I'm not taking anything away from Henderson, by the way.
Yeah,
Anyway, I want to go, well, Frank, thank you for these words. You just give me goosebumps. But you've got to, look, lads, I love yous. You've got to, do something. Honestly, you've got to do something. I wish I could just say, listen, I can't do it. If I was still lecturing, most probably I'd have a words with a couple of people and get you into the college.
Yeah.
On an apprentice sort of thing. But go down, is it the job centre that they go to? I don't know. I don't know. You have a special caring and kind energy. I appreciate you and this safe space, this channel. Thank you. Thank you, boys.
Well said, darling.
Just keep us going. And Zia. I've never heard of this lad, Zia. Robbo. Is he one of your...
The goal. If Zia's talking about the goal, the thing you was talking about when they were running
Oh,
towards goal. Yeah.
okay. Rob misses him. Oh. That was honestly, that was.
It was beautiful. It was funny. It was funny though.
And he just talked right into there. John Menderson's arms because John Menderson was waiting to do this, and Robbo was waiting to do that. He just talked to it.
How?
You'll never ever see that again. Honestly. I'm going to finish on this. I've had a football flashback. I've got to, lads. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Right. If Sobozo was as bad as Henderson, Liverpool would be fifth, not first. Henderson lost Liverpool games almost on his own once upon a time. Oh, yeah, look. In 2026, I'm going to college in the United States for a scholarship and will play at college football grounds with over 2,000 people there. Callum?
You're going to love it. Trust me. I was offered a scholarship over there as well, but I want coaching instead. It's brilliant. You're going to love it, Callum. Good luck, my friend.
And do you know what, Callum? I've got numbers on my thing, and my 3 lucky numbers. So you're in luck. You will succeed. And so will the other lads as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Callum. Cody. You'll all be good. And I'm going to finish right on this. Sorry.
Don't apologize. Don't apologize. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. Yeah.
Never apologise. Not on this show, anyway. Because you're all nice people, and we all love each other. Enzo was great for us, not naturally gifted as some, but great attitudes in the red shirt. That's what he was. He was a good captain.
Yes.
And he had respect for everybody. He did, and he was very vociferous as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, Mr. Fozzie.
Oh.
I'll see you again on, hopefully, when are we playing? Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's a Sunday game, isn't it?
Sunday, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Sunday.
It'll be an hour after the ending of the game, okay?
Okay, mate. If I can't make it, I'm sorry, though. I'll try.
No, listen.
I've got work. I work at the nights, innit? So
yeah, listen. The link's always there.
I appreciate that, Frank.
Fozzie, the link's always there, mate. And, so just come on. If you're not working, if you are working, if you're home, whatever, just come on, okay?
I appreciate
anytime.
That.
The link's always there for you. And I just want to thank all our lads there. Just want to thank all the chat there. You're all brilliant people. Love you all.
Frank, I'll leave you to it, yeah? I'll see you guys. See everybody. I'll leave you to it.
I'll see some of you hopefully tomorrow night. And well, anyway, I hope to see you tomorrow night. And it's the current affairs. If I don't see you on the current affairs, I'll see you Saturday morning on the TV and film a show. And if I don't see you on there, I'll see you on the history show on Monday. No, I won't. I'll see you on the post-match on Sunday. Okay. Thank you so much. You're all wonderful. And Darwin to go. Thank you, Frank. No, thank you. That's lovely. This meant the world to me. Thank you, Darwin. You look after yourself, my man. I'm not so much into current affairs. You've got to learn, mate. Honestly, you've got to learn what's going on around you. Callum, big up. Stay blessed. Grazie. That's Italian word. Forgot it. Grazie mille. Franco, grazie mille. Ci vediamo domani. So you see this. Perché io parlo molto lingua italiana, molto bene. I've surprised you. Surprised myself sometimes. Norman, like Frank. Thanks, Norman, mate. Thank you. Darwin the Ghost. But I see you on the weekend. I can't wait for Darwin to score a hat-trick against Southampton. Forza Liverpool, Franco Bambino. Football flashback. Have a good sleep, Frank. Have a good, kind sleep, Frank. You should become a therapist. You have the voice to do it. I tell me daughter. Yeah, I would love Frank as a therapist. I could tell he'd be supportive. So he should never walk alone. But listen, lads, I've got to go. Honestly, I'm shattered, and thanks to the Foz for keeping me busy and company. He's a really nice fella, and I'll just see you when I see you. Whatever stream you come on, don't forget up the Reds 2-0 Sunday. See you, boys. Thank you. Ci vediamo. Ciao. Ciao, Bella.